dangerous. Get dangerous. Shameless. Facing. Shameless. Get dangerous. That's my.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. We have a co-pilot. What are you doing? I think the co-pilot is stuck in here. She's scared of something. What's wrong? Can you go out to your bed? Go to your bed.
Good evening, ma'am.
Go to your bed.
I'm doing good.
Figure it out. You are a very smart animal. I have faith in you. Can you go to your bed? Good girl. Yeah, you can make it. I promise. Go. Go. Oh, you jumped over the little thing that's on the ground. Congratulations. Dude, this dog, man, I'm telling you. She's scared of her own shadow. She's supposed to be this, like, you know, Rottweiler. Protect me. No. Scared of her own shadow. Yuckfu, good to see you. Huskers, welcome. Kyle, good to see you. Gary P, welcome. Dom, good to see you. Xander, welcome back. Steven, good to see you. Greg Elwell, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Chris Clark's here, good to see you. Leonardo, good to see you. Tony Baldo's here. Welcome aboard, my friend. Clay, good to see you. SF Aviation, welcome. Skyworker, good to see you. Dogwood, good to see you. Fly Daddy-O, welcome back. Leonard, good to see you. Greg Jackson, welcome. Almanax, good to see you, dude. Ken LeMay, good to see you. Ahmed, welcome. Sleepless, good to see you. Haz, good to see you. John Xander, welcome back. Diamond Mike, good to see you, dude. Troa, welcome back. Good to see you, dude. Flight Sim Pilot, welcome. Mikey Fisher, good to see you. Carpulus, good to see you. Kai Gaming, welcome back. Bomb Tech, welcome back. Aviations, good to see you. Too Wicked, good to see you. Michael, good to see you. Leandro, good to see you. Bradley, good to see you. Joshua, welcome back, my friends. Thanks everybody for coming to hang out today. I really do appreciate it. We are wrapping up the week in style with some Ryanair ops over in Italy. It's been a while. I've been saying that I wanted to do this flight or these flights for quite a while now. I've actually owed Tony Baldo these flights for, oh God, who knows how long. At least some of them. Now I'm going to need some help with the pronunciations, most likely. So funny, I have a Greyhound lab mix and she's scared of her shadow. I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know what it is. She's like, you go and take her out on a walk when it's pitch black outside and she'll like growl and bark at like anything that makes a noise. But you get her in the house and you put a bowl on the ground and she's scared to jump over the bowl. Like, I'm not even kidding. That's what she's scared to jump over right now. There's a bowl on the ground because I had cereal this morning and I let her like lick the bottom of the cereal bowl, like the milk that's in it. And I put that down right there and that's what she was scared of. She didn't want to jump over the cereal bowl that's on the ground. My 90-pound Rottweiler. It's scared of the cereal bowl. It's not like it's a big cereal bowl, too. It's a tiny little bowl. I just found out that the harp symbol on the plane is to represent Ireland. Yes, well, Ryanair is an Irish airline. So, yeah. Hell yeah, I'm 100% Italian. Grew up in Italy for 7 years. Very cool, Mike. Very, very cool, man. I got a 6-month-old German Shepherd who's idly hard at work destroying my yard. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Erin, what's up, mate? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. First of all, everyone has to par the media surplus surcharge and interaction fee because we are flying Ryanair. Yes, everybody, before you jump on the aircraft, I need $5, please. $5 from everybody. It's on top of the regular fee that Ryanair charges. You have to pay the pilots because Ryanair doesn't pay the pilots. So the passengers have to pay the pilots. Why does the plane have black squares above the cockpit? Oh no, Aiden. Can you put exclamation point eyebrows for me in chat? It's been a while since we've been asked that question, but put it on my tab. Nice. The jet bridge is rather high. It is. Look at the passengers. You just think they're like walking down steps to get into the airplane. It's pretty funny. Fun fact, Ryanair does not pay bad at all. I'm pretty sure they offer competitive wages like everybody else. You know what I mean? Oh boy, I sent some smashy landings today. I don't know. We'll have to see. Depends what type of mood I'm in. Yeah. Been practicing your pronunciations? Nope, that's why you're here. Cagliari. Tony, passami the pizza and the Cagliari. I'm probably going to upset a lot of Italian people today, but that's okay. No problem. $5 extra for the butter landing. Otherwise, it's a smash. True. Yes. Very good. Mace, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Josh, good to see you, dude. I'm hitchhiking in the wheel well. Oh, baby. Ryanair just wanted a short on yesterday. Exactly. Get the back braces ready. 100%. You know it's coming. All right, friends, let's do it. Let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's get this bad boy program ready to rock and roll. It's early morning here in Genoa, Italy. Now, it says we have an ATIS online, but I don't see any ATC for us. Am I going crazy? Am I going crazy, chat? How do I... VATSIM map. What do I even use? VATSIM map. Is it SimAware that I use? Yeah, SimAware is pretty good. It says that there's an ATIS, but that's about it. There's no controller online, or am I missing something? Milano Radar. Does Milano Radar cover... Milano Radar cover us? Excuse me. Like, I'm not seeing anybody online, but I also am seeing Milano Radar online. I don't know. We've got all these airports have ATISes by AlexSiu. But I don't see, see how, it's not lit up? Like, this area is lit up here? Like, this is Pandova Radar? I don't know. A little bit confused right now. Milan Radar is 12745. Okay, yeah, so that is. Well, that's Milano Radar. Yeah. Is that who we're speaking to? Center was on a while ago, but logged off. Okay. It does, I think, check VAT glasses. Okay. VAT glasses. I don't know if I've ever used this one. VAT glasses. Kind of the same thing. Does it not show me, though? Hello. Oh, there we go. Now it's going. Okay, see, why is this why does this have this? Okay, so it is controlled by Milano Control, 12745. Weird. I don't know why it's not showing on the other one. Huh. Okay. Cool. Sweet. Well, we know we've got ATC. Let's go upstairs. Let's go and get our battery switched to the on position. We'll go and get our ground power turned on here as well. Beautiful. Let's go all the way up top. Let's get our IRS set left side and right side. Beautiful. I'm going to get some panel brightness up in this guy. I'm also going to turn our dome lights on here a little bit. Help us view some panels. Get our forward fuel pump. Everything looks good there. Arm emergency exits. Chime only goes on. We'll go ahead and get the window heat on. Probe heats and hydraulic pumps will stay off for now. We're up to 33,000 feet, so we'll bug up 330. It seems like an aircraft slewing around. 330, that's all looks good. Packs are off. Isolation valve is open. APU bleed is off. Engine bleeds are on. That's all good to me. Looking good there. Beautiful. Cool. AlexSiu is the same person who put the ATIS up there. LIPP. Yes. Well, I have LIMM. But yeah. Mike, thank you for the $2 donation, man. I appreciate you. Incredibly kind. Huge no floaties. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that, man. Says, hey, Tony, Cagliari, thank you. You crack me up, Cap. I do my best. Cagliari. Hey, Tony. Okay, apparently I don't have the tablet out, so let's go and work on some things here. Displays, kilograms, that's good. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. So if we go to equipment, we should have it right here. Flight tablet, yes. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Let's go back over here to our flight tablet. We'll go electronic flight bag. We're going to request data from SimBrief. It's going to pop it in. You can see here we're going from LIMJ, Genoa, over to Cagliari. Beautiful. 413 nautical miles on our route today. About an hour and 5 minutes is what we're scheduled for. So that should be not too bad of a flight. A perfect Captain Canada Monday flight, I think. Mike, thank you again for the $2 bomb, man. Appreciate you. Incredibly kind. Thank you, Mike. Guys, show some love and chat for Mike dropping the $2 donation. Thank you, man. I'll get it at some point. Cagliari. Kind of like calamari, but Cagliari. Right? See? That's how you got to do it, chat. Calamari, but Cagliari. Okay, that's good. Let's come down to the FMC. Let's start plugging in some things here. I'm going to get some background brightness, get some main panel brightness. The hell is that, Sid? Welcome to flying in Italy, man. It's quite an adventure over here, flying Sids and Stars, man. They got secondary Sids, primary Sids, secondary stars, primary stars. It's special. It is special. Cool. Let's come down here. FMC. Pausing it. Sitting on the ground. ILMJ.
Good morning, Cap. Hope
Hello.
you are doing well.
I am.
Great to see you.
Austin. Great to see you, dude. Thank you for the $15 donation. Chat, can we please get some love for Mr. Austin dropping the 15 bomb? Thank you, Austin. I appreciate you, man. I hope you're having a great Monday. Thank you for hanging out with us today. And I hope you have a great week ahead, man. We've got some fun flights. We're going to be back in the A300 on Thursday. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. Some more cargo ops next week. We've been off of the cargo ops for about 2 or 3 weeks now. So to jump back to the cargo should be good. The Indy builds... We're on 1.05, so it's had 4 major updates since the last time we flew it like 3 weeks ago, so pretty crazy. Let's import our flight plan here from SimBrief. We're going to set payload. Good. SimBrief payload is set. We're going to set fuel. Good. SimBrief block fuel is set. We'll select route. Good. Give that a little bit. Benny, celebrating 26 months. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for your support. Appreciate you, man. Incredibly kind. Thank you, dude. I've never heard of these airports, and I'm from Europe. Rare airports? Not really. Really nice airports, to be honest with you. Like, some of the views that we're going to get today, I promise you, they are going to be outstanding. Now, always, as I always do with you guys, I didn't pay for these sceneries. I reached out to Orbex, and I got them credited to my account under the Friends and Family account. So, just keep that in mind. I always like to be upfront with you guys. I did not pay for these sceneries, so I'm going to leave it up to you guys to see if it's worth it. Both sceneries that we're flying into, I mean, even this scenery here in Genoa is beautiful. They've done a great job. Performance is great. This is BM AM Sim World. So, like, we all know them. We've got a GSX profile as well. You can actually see them walking through the terminal up to the aircraft. So, great sceneries all around today. Yeah. Stop rudder input. Yes, we will be doing our stop rudder inputs for sure. Okay, beautiful. Everything is set there. I'm happy with that. Let's tune to ATC now, and we're going to grab our clearance out to Cagliari. It's going to take me a little bit to remember all of those. 12745 for us today. 12745. And our ATIS is information... what is it? ATIS is information Delta 12745. Austin, my man, gifting 5 members to the channel after dropping a $15 donation. Austin, huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you for the support, dude. That is incredibly kind. I truly do appreciate you. Thank you. Guys, if you just got a gifted membership from Austin, please make sure you say thank you. That is incredibly kind. Thank you, man. Really do appreciate you, dude. Thank you for your continued support of the channel, man. I hear a postman. Someone's flying the A300 right now. No floaties if I had the emoji. See, there you go, man. Okay, we've got ATIS Delta. ATIS Delta. I think he's departing out of here because that's where we have a runway 28, I think, as well, don't we? Yeah, runway 28.
Whiskey Bravo and uplink here for takeoff, runway 35 left, mark P220. PB 51X, clear in.
51X, book 6 November, Oscar 7 Yankee, 6000, 5410.
He ain't fucking
6
around.
November, Oscar 7 Yankee, 6000, 5410, 51X.
Do you understand any of that? Because I didn't.
Volunteer 1633.
Welcome to Flying in Italy, where you are not going to understand, say, about 85% of the radio transmissions that are going on today. We're just going to be like, what? There's a great clip of me flying out of Rome one day, and it's just, oh dude, so funny, man. Ryanair, so touchdown under 500 foot per minute is not allowed. Hey, that's a butter if we do, Marku. That's a butter.
Ryanair to Victor Golf, radar contact, climb level 300.
Flight level 300, Ryanair.
That guy's in a real sim. What is he saying? Dude, your guess is as good as mine.
7 Kilo Zulu, after Osta, you can descend with
BQ, what's up, mate? Good to see you, mate. Welcome, hope you're doing well. BQ for BK. Heyo. We're almost boarded. We got to get our clearance. We'll try and speed this process up a little bit. It's always busy here, though. He's controlling like 9 different airports, like major airports as well, so makes it a little bit difficult to call in. So you have people calling in. Call me Mr. J. What's up, mate? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. So landing foot per minute predictions above or below 500. Yeah, it's on Twitch. Yeah, we can't do that here, unfortunately. Hopefully they can add something like that. I can always make a poll. Will this landing be under 250 foot per minute? Yes or no. You guys can decide. Just mumble so you sound like him. Could be a possibility. Yeah. Cap, if you're looking for a nice location for a next GA event, Bolzano is a nice spot in the Italian Alps. Not sure if we have scenery though, but you can take a look. Could be kind of fun. Yeah. Lano, hello, Ryanair 443 Mike 8 is Delta IFR, please.
Ryanair 443 Mike, good evening. Clear Cagliari, Golf Echo November 9 Kilo, initial climb 5000 feet, squawk 1000.
Alright, 9 kilo departure, initial climb 5,000, squawk 1,000, Ryanair 443 Mike.
Ryanair 443 Mike, feedback correct.
Alright, so he did change our departure on us, so that's fine, we got that. We'll go to departures. He wants us on the Gen 9 kilo departure out of runway 28. We'll execute that. Good. Arrivals into Cagliari. See, he said it right. The weather in Cagliari is showing 010 at 11 knots. If we look at our airport, 010, they're probably going to have us on 32, I would like to think. That probably makes the most sense. So we're going to be on, yeah, they definitely have us set up for 32. So we're going to be on the Kova 1 Zulu arrival. Kova 1 Zulu, good. And we're going to plan for the ILS, let's see here, ILS Zulu or ILS Yankee? ILS Zulu, and we'll take it from Carbonara. Wait, is that like where that's actually from? Like a carbonara pasta? What is that? Does it have us here? Okay, it does have car here. Okay. Cool. Yeah, let's plan that then. We'll do the ILS Zulu 3-2. ILS Zulu 3-2. ILS Victor Whiskey. ILS Zulu via car, and we'll go ahead and execute that. Good. Let's go to our legs. Scroll through here. Make sure we don't have any discounts, which we do. So we'll fix that. Okay. Route discontinuity, because actually that has to go up like that. Okay. I think that's what we want to do. It should be good anyways. Okay, let's have a look-see here. Yes, that is the crazy departure that we're going to be doing. Usually they give you a direct. I don't think they actually make you fly that whole thing like that, but I don't know. We'll have a look-see at our departure here in a second. Again, like I said, welcome to Italy, where things a little bit more difficult than needed to be, like most European runways and airports. All right, so from car, you can see it's taking us down. So that's the ILS Zulu. Now, whiskey probably should have been that one, the ILS Victor, because that actually has the proper waypoints. Because if you look at the star actually has you going from car and then out to EE421 and then to Ipida, which is whatever. Fuck it. I'm just gonna leave it the way that it is. This just obviously takes us in. The other one would take us like this and then down and in. So it does a little bit of a weird approach. We'll just expect the ILS, whatever I picked, Zulu. Okay. That's fine. Let's go to our ref tab. Let's plug in some numbers here. Zero fuel weight, looking at 61.6. Fuel, 7.6. Reserves, we're going to go with 2. We're going to do our perf request limit. Go ahead and take care of that. On the ATIS as well, we had transition altitude was 8,000 feet. So we're also going to fix that. 8,000 feet. We'll put that into there. Good. We'll load our perf numbers. Good. We'll execute that. Good. We're going to 330 today, 33,000 feet, so we'll bug that up. And we're just going to go with a cost index of 35, and we'll execute that. Good. Let's go to our N1 limits now. We'll head over to our electronic flight bag. Go to our performance tool, LIMJ. We're going to expect departure out of runway 28. We're going to import from aircraft. Good. We're going to leave everything like that. We're going to import the live weather as well, and we'll calculate our V-speeds. You can see here we've got flaps 5. We're doing a regular takeoff and just doing a cell temp of 50 degrees. So we'll come down here, 50 degrees on the cell temp. We'll bug that up. Good. We'll go to takeoff. Flaps will be set to 5 degrees. CG weight, 19.5. 568 on the trim value. 568, 43, 45, 49. 43, 45, 49. All of those numbers match. All of that looks good. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and APU can go on. Wonderful. We're also going to squawk 1,000. So we'll turn that on in reporting. Beautiful. It looks like Tower just came online as well. Austin with another 10 gifted members. Holy macaroni. Austin. Absolutely on fire. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you for the support. That is incredibly kind. Thank you, man. Hey guys, I was just wondering what your experience with DX11 and DX12 are on Microsoft. Seems like some planes run great on one of them and trash on the other. I haven't had really any issues. The only real issue that I have with DX12 is some of the textures that bleed through at the airport. Some of like the ground textures, you'll see just like default ground. You won't see like actual like airport markings and stuff, but yeah. Everyone check under your seat. There's a membership. Nice. Ryanair uses a cost index of 6. Is that every single Ryanair flight uses a cost index of 6, or is that just something that you've been told and that's just what you go with? Because I feel like it's a little bit rare that an airline always goes with the same cost index, because some flights are running behind, some flights are early, so they can afford to play with some things. I don't think it may be their initial cost index is 6, sure. But yeah, every single flight for Ryanair has a cost index of 6. Well, to make everybody happy, there you go. Look at that, chat. What does that say right there? Cost index of 6. There you go. There's our cost index of 6. I find that a little bit odd, because that's going to give us a cruise at like 33,000 feet of like Mach 0.75, Mach 0.74. I have a funny feeling that they cruise faster than Mach 74, 75, but who knows? Every airline's values varies cost index when delayed. Of course, yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's go to GSX. Let's prepare for pushback and departure. Let's go to the overhead. No, we don't want to release ground power yet. Let's get our APU gens on. APU bleed comes on. These guys come on. Beautiful. Let's get the rest of our fuel pumps on. Good. Let's get our seatbelt sign to the on position. Anti-collision light goes on as well. We'll come down to our FMC. We're going to go return. We're going to go to ground services. We're going to release the ground power. We're going to remove the wheel chocks. Good. There we go. We're ready for pushback. Sweet. Nice. Help me, my frame gen makes my screen jitter. Turn down some of your settings. Put your object LOD to 70%. What stand am I at? 404. Hecap, what is the co-route and how do I make up a random one for Ryanair? What is a co-route? So that's a company route. It's usually paired to your SimBrief profile if you've done it properly. It would pull the company route from here is what it would do. How do you generate a random one? I'm not sure if I understand the question of that part of the question. How do you make a random one for Ryanair? I don't understand the question, sorry. How are you getting VDGS? That's done through GSX. Towers online, 1186 LIMJ Tower. Looks like it. I'm going to give him a call. 1186. SimBrief is free, correct. I can't get her out from Microsoft on Xbox. Oh, yeah, you're going to have to go to SimBrief and just create an account, man. It's free. You can't integrate it, but yeah. Tail left facing east on Mike. Tail left facing east on Mike. Yes, I'm assuming that's what he's going to make me do. We'll just do that. Okay. Press the push and start. Tower, hello, Ryanair. 443 Mike with ATIS Delta ready for push and start. Stand 404.
Ryanair 443 Mike. I'll call you back for push, number 1.
He's pushing, we're good. Cool. LOD settings, yeah, turn that down. Yeah. You're the TUI jet to my right. Oh, the one over here behind all the Ryanairs. 2 Ryanairs on top of each other. A TUI jet and another Ryanair here that's pushing back. Hello, Cap. Is this freeware scenery? No, not freeware. You can put exclamation point scenery. Always, Diego, in chat, my friend. Exclamation point scenery.
Sure you are clear to your destination.
Did you already get clearance from Tower? I got it from Center. I got it from Center before Tower logged on.
Clear to Düsseldorf Airlines 9 kilo departure, initial climb 5000 feet, Koch 1000, Jet 906.
Jet 946, read back is correct.
Whatever short field performance means. I don't know. For somebody that knows, I'm sure there's somebody in chat that knows. Probably something to do with the brakes. Maybe it uses carbon brakes or something like that. I don't know. I do not know. Wouldn't be the right one to ask. 280 on departure. Okay, we gotta brief our departure here, Jack, because this is going to be. You looking at this? That's the actual departure. Now he didn't give us this departure, so we're going to actually unpin. Well, actually, I guess we can't. We have to go to. We need the 9 kilo departure. Not that there's any difference, but that is the legitimate departure. So we're going out like this to Exito, then a right turn to Anaki, and then out to the Genoa VOR, to which they're going to get us out. You've got all of this ocean here. I don't understand why we're doing loop-de-loops and crosses. You'd think that it would just be a right turn out. I don't know. I think it's because of the terrain. I'm assuming this departure is for the terrain, so that aircrafts can get high enough to get up and around the terrain that is around here. Because if we do look around, there is quite a bit of terrain. You can see here off the... There is quite a bit of terrain here, so I'm assuming that's why it's done the way that it did, so, yeah. Does VDGS spawn automatically on GSX? It can, it depends on the airport that you're flying into.
Yes, it's running to 8, but I said west anyway. Now you need to do a 180 if you're able. You need to turn left on Papa.
Copy that, left on Papa, 180, Papa Yankee. Corrections. 890.
Probably for lower performance aircrafts. I don't know. He kept using the Thrustmaster rudder pedals. When I try to maintain centerline, the airplane goes crazy and is always pulling to the side.
Runway 28 via November and
I don't know.
Alpha, hold short, holding point Foxtrot.
November, Alpha, hold short, holding point Foxtrot for Voltaire 1633.
Tarom 317, also requesting taxi.
I think he's going to give us Foxtrot.
Tarom 317, taxi via Mike, hold short, November.
Taxi via Mike, hold short, November, Tarom 317.
Hey Cap, are you on VATSIM? Yep. You can hear all the ETC and all the other aircraft on the ground. We are indeed. We are. Lots of people on the ground here today. It's nice. We've got a Volatia. There's like an Alitalia over there. We've got a Tarome. Bunch of Ryanair. There's something over here that I'm not getting a livery for. Looks like an A320 Neo. UPS just delivered the CS 737 FMC and I'm in love. Nice, dude. Very, very nice. Yeah, I've gotten mine for quite a while now, Austin. I love it. I love it, man. Flight Factor A350 V2 for 2028. I saw that. I had a good laugh this morning.
Tarum 317, you can continue left on November, then Alpha, holding point.
Had a good laugh this morning.
Continue on November Alpha and holding point Foxtrot, Tarum 317.
And Volotea 1633, do you request full length or are you able to depart from Foxtrot?
This is the state of X-Plane, by the way, chat. Right here. This is the state of X-Plane, where developers get together and hold a 350 model and showcase. Coming in 5 years. Everybody get excited. Everybody get excited. Right now I've also had received my 4090. Ooh, nice, dude. Hell yeah, man. You're ready to rock and roll with that bad boy. That is a nice setup, my man. Very cool. Maverick, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Flight Factor's got the 777 to release. Don't forget that they're also making a 787. So, and then they've got the 350 in the works. I mean, like I said, dude, this is kind of the state, and it's not just X-Plane. This is the state of like flight sim in general. These developers are just announcing projects that are 4 or 5 years away down the pipeline. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, dude. It's crazy. Cockpit refresh set to high. There may be another object level of setting that was at 50 to 60. I have it set to medium. The cockpit refresh set to medium. I find high, you lose quite a bit of performance when it's set to high.
Clear by others, Unita 6, I got departure, 128.
It better will be nice and detailed. I mean, listen, dude, again, not throwing any shade here at all. I'm still taking an AnyBuilds 350 over a Tolless Flight Factor 350 any day of the week. Any day of the week, man. And that's not throwing any shade. That's just as a consumer, after using both products, Tolless products and AnyBuilds products, I'm going AnyBuilds all day long, dude. It's not even a question. AnyBuilds 350 over the Tolless Flight Factor 350 any day of the week. Yeah. Have you seen the Cockpitmaster NG desktop cockpit concept? Wow, that looks cool. I have. Pretty neat. But man, yeah. Maybe they're scared somebody else will start the same project. In X-Plane? Who is developing for X-Plane right now, man? X-Plane's as dead as it possibly could be, in my opinion. There's not very many. There's really no. That's kind of why you see the development cycle in X-Plane the way that it is. There's no competition in X-Plane right now. That's why you have Flight Factor and Tolless kind of just doing whatever the hell they want, right? There's no competition. Not like Microsoft, where like if you're 6 months late on an aircraft in Microsoft, somebody else might have made it, and yeah. Still waiting for MPC with a 4090 and a 7800X 3D. Shipping is insane. Was supposed to come on the 18th of January. Holy, it's like 2 weeks delayed, man. Yeah. Well, yeah, there's absolutely no reason to choose an X-Plane product over a Microsoft product. I mean, for me, personally, I know that there are other people who still use X-Plane over Microsoft, and I guess they would be excited about it, but I'm just saying in perspective, now that we know that AnyBuilds is making a 350, and now we have news that Flight Factor is making a 350 with Tolless, like I said, I know what I'm choosing 10 out of 10 times. There's no point to X-Plane anymore. No, there is, man. There definitely is. But like for the average consumer like me and you and you, yeah, there's no real, right? I'm very content with what Microsoft is offering me, especially with frame gen and performance and stuff. Yeah.
Ryanair 32, you are clear to your destination via the UNITA 8 kilo departure. Climb initially 5,000.
What hertz is you screen? 165 hertz. 1 millisecond response. When are you going to push back? As soon as the controller lets me. This is part of flying online, man. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get pushed back and stuff. Still fly X-Plane until I can upgrade my PC to Microsoft. Yep. Is P3D set dead? Haven't seen anything for it. I mean, I don't think you're going to get very much new development for P3D, but PMDG probably still, to this day, has the richest offering of third-party aircraft. So I wouldn't say P3D is dead, but I don't think there's very much development cycle going on. Yeah. Do you know how CPDLC works in VATSIM? Yeah, it's the if you have the program, the CPDLC, you just send off a CPDLC. You need to have Hoppy. So, is this your first leg? It is. Yeah, it's mostly the CPU that needs to upgrade. My GPU is fine. You could probably get away with the 2060 for a little bit longer. But yeah, that Ryzen chip is a little bit old.
443, Mike. Push and start is approved, facing east to an H1025.
Push start is approved, facing east, Ryanair 443, Mike. Thank you. All right, park brake. Off. There we go. We're on our way, chat, finally. For those of you asking when we're getting clearance. APU bleed is on. We do have duct pressure. Beautiful. Everything looks good. Let's go throw engine number 2 over to ground. Wonderful. We're looking for start valve open. N2 percentage is on the rise. It's been 37 minutes. It's not his final leg. It's true, too. Yep. For a creator like you, it makes sense to use Microsoft. Not going to show a shitty-looking game for turn for slightly better physics. I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of reasoning behind it, right? Yeah. That would be one of them. For me, who's not a trained pilot, doesn't plan on being one, absolutely. The whole physics debate is a little bit of a laugh to me, like it doesn't, you know. What's the Genoa scenery? So JMP, always, man, you can either put exclamation point scenery in chat, or you can check the link in the description below. Every single live stream, every video that I put out, I always include the scenery that I'm using, the aircraft that I'm using, and the utilities that I'm using. So again, exclamation point scenery in chat, and or you can check the link in the description down below, man. That'll give you a link to all the scenery that I'm using, whether it's freeware, payware, handcrafted. I will let everything know. Plan to upgrade to a 3000 series GPU soon after upgrading my CPU. I'd go 4000 series, Cody, if I were you, personally. Much better performance out of the 4000 series. The 3000, I would say in a year or two, are probably going to be a little bit obsolete. It's going to be kind of like the 10 series now, right? Not too many people own 1070 Ti's or 1070s, 1060s, right? That's not really a thing. I would look to upgrade. You got a good job now, right? I mean, I would just look to upgrade to a 4000 series. 4070, 4070 Ti, 4080. That's what I would be doing. I wouldn't be building a new PC and putting a 3000 series in today's day and age. Do you know what I mean? Sure, you might save $100 or $200, but the performance gain that you would get out of a 4000 series GPU, being able to do like frame gen and stuff like that, that's worth its weight in gold, man. Yeah. Joe, I'm sure there are people out there that still use them, right? I was more so saying like I wouldn't tell somebody to build a computer today using a 10 series, right? That just doesn't, you know. If you're going to build a computer, you might as well build it right. Take advantage of new technology. You know what I mean? Start valve open, engine number 1, N2 percentage is on the rise. Yep, Baldur's for the second time already. It's a 165 hertz. Again, you can put exclamation point monitor in chat, and it'll actually provide you with a link directly to my monitor. Hertz for a monitor means absolutely nothing when it comes to flight sim. X-Plane looks like Roblox all over again. Again, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, man. Everybody's entitled. I still see reasons why people would want to use X-Plane. I get it. Cap, do you think Tolis and Flight Factor announcement is a desperate response to the IndyBuilds 350 announcement? You know what, it's kind of funny, man. I feel that Tolis likes to kind of shadow what IndyBuilds and what like the Microsoft devs are doing. So I don't know. I think what you're seeing is you're seeing a partnership made because both companies realize that there's not really a market, right? There's not really a market for
facing
the market in
north
Microsoft
on
is slim. Or sorry, the market in X-Plane for like a 350 is slim, right? So if two developers can work on it, they can kind of split the cost, they can split the tasks, they can split the utilities. It makes sense, you know? I think a 350 would be too big of a feat for both developers to do by themselves, and it would take far too long for both developers for them to do that by themselves. You'd probably be looking at somewhere like 5-6 years to get something done if they were doing it by themselves. Do you know what I mean? APU goes off, Gen 1 is on, yaw damper's on, probe heat's on, fuel pumps, everything looks good there. Isolation valve, auto, we are ready to taxi. 443 Mike.
443 Mike, taxi holding point Golf via Mike.
Holding point Golf via Mike, Ryanair, 443 Mike. Alright, he wants us to go because he's pulling us forward up here to Golf. That's why he wants us to go. Flaps are coming down. Auto brake is set. We've got our trim value 568. So we'll set that now. 568. Should be good right about there. We got flight director left side, right side, auto throttle, VNav, LNav. Beautiful. Initial climb that I was given by controller was 5,000 feet. So initial climb 5,000 feet. So we'll bug up 5,000. Beautiful. There's 5,000. Good. Cool. Looking good. Nice to see you in Genoa. Off to Naples in Volatia E320. Very cool, Dylan. Enjoy that, man. Block time. Ah, shit. Man, I'm supposed to be remembering this. I'm supposed to remember as soon as we push back to do block time. I haven't been... I gotta remind myself to do that. Taxi lights. We're in the ramp area, man. You usually wouldn't turn on a taxi light here just because you wouldn't want to blind any of the ground crew and any of the other pilots or passengers boarding. Once we leave the ramp area, I'll get the taxi light on. Thank you for backseating piloting, though. I appreciate you. Please also know that I do this full time, so I kind of know what I'm doing. Now, I do forget things all the time, so I'm not saying don't remind me in chat, but I'm just giving you my opinions of why I don't do the taxi lights. You very rarely see an airplane turn taxi lights on when they're in the ramp area. Usually once they're pointed out away, you know, they'll do this. We actually saw, when we were in Houston, we saw some pretty cool things what the Southwest pilots were doing. The Southwest pilots in Houston, when they would hold short of the runway, they would turn off all of their lights. It was pretty cool. All of their lights would turn off for the aircraft either coming in on landing or for the aircraft that was already on the runway holding short, so that they weren't getting blasted. But it's pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Manver 16 gig is so much. I got 6. What's that? Sorry. Any builds 350 aviation? Yes. Any builds 350. I don't know, but I think a 4080 Super with only 16 gigs for 1200 USD is not worth it. Remember that it doesn't come down to VRAM, right? It doesn't always come down to VRAM when you're... it comes down to the speeds and the stuff that you're getting, you know? This is safe, pro-level concentration and pilot skills I've come to expect from 420 Air. Nice. I have the basic Thrustmaster pedals. They seem to stick a bit, and I was caused the wild swings of the plane. Should I grease them up or just adjust the sensitivities? That's a little bit weird. I don't know. Absolutely, they do, Vicente. Absolutely, man. What is the point of having a taxi light when you're taxiing in the apron area when there's a bunch of other aircraft that are going to get absolutely blinded by your lights, right? It completely makes sense. I totally understand it. So that's why I've been saying, like I said, there's no need for me to turn my taxi light on when we're in the actual, you know, when we're in the apron area. Once we leave the apron area, absolutely, taxi lights come on. There's another Ryanair aircraft departing right now. Beautiful. To control the tiller, the rudder pedals use a separate keybind. I just use the rudder pedals for the tiller, so I have them bound together. Yeah. How do you adjust your wheel for centerline every time? You just figure out where the centerline is in every aircraft. It's usually like just to the left of like this little panel here. When in the Airbus, it's almost right in the middle of the two screens. So if you look outside, we're pretty much on the center line. Sonny, what's up, mate? Good to see you, dude. Did you see my response to you in Happy Place? Cap has mentioned Thrustmaster about a tiller. Fingers crossed. Yes. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. Look at that. Ita Airways. Nice shiny blue livery over there. My pennies were thoroughly in a bunch. Like I knew, that's why I was laughing, because I just picked the picture out of like the article that you, that's what I was laughing at. I wasn't posting it like, hey guys, look at this. Look at what these guys are doing. Captain Hollywood, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. How about Thrustmaster make a more realistic Airbus stick? I mean, they kind of do if you want, Mike. You can just buy the HOTAS, the Warthog HOTAS, and then get the add-on handle, the add-on, you know, handle for it. You could do that. That would be the best way about it, to be honest. Cap packs off if we hit 150 likes. No. No, we don't really do that. It's a super cringe picture. They both look so awkward. That's why I posted it, dude. That's why I posted the laugh. That's why I was just showing it in chat as well. And so like, this is the state of X-Plane. This is the picture I showed. So this is the state of X-Plane, where photo ops are more important than actually developing an airplane. This thing ain't coming out for another like 3-4 years, and these guys are already putting photo ops out and shit. Hilarious. How much is SimBrief, and is there a good alternative? SimBrief is completely free, and no, there is really no other alternative. So 60 Hertz works excellent for flight sim. Yeah, it's no problem at all. Yeah. Are we going to depart before the ITA Airways? I don't know. It depends what the controller is going to do. Will the controller let us go out before? Cap question, what reason would you need to turn off the packs for takeoff? It would give more performance to the engines. So look, right now we're sitting at 91.6. I think if I turn packs off, you'll see that number. See how the bleed pressure goes up? We might see an increase. Yeah, see, look here, 92.4. So the N1 percentage goes up slightly if you turn the packs off for departure. We don't need to do that. It's not a short runway. It's a 10,000 foot runway. We don't really need to worry about it. But that would be the idea behind it. Short field performance. There was a contaminated runway. You weren't sure if you had enough room. Something like that.
Ryanair 932, you can continue your push.
Yeah, Ryanair.
If you are performance limited on the 737, we call it a no bleed takeoff, and it's considered a threat. Therefore, we will be briefed. It will be briefed. If with you was a picture, is that what the X-Plane picture is? Big time yikes, dude. Big time yikes. Like I said, man. The guy, listen, I've met the guy from Flight Factor. He seems like he's more interested in photo ops than actually, I don't think he does any developing of the aircraft. I think he's there for the moral support. I don't know though. But yeah, he's always seemed more interested in a photo op than actually like developing products on time and in a decent fashion. Again, I don't think he does any of the development though. So there's the departing Ryanair, and then he did clear the ITA Airways over there to line up and wait, so we're going to be waiting here just a little bit longer. He's busy getting his 777 type rating. It's pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. God, I love that livery, man. Badass livery. It's like a chrome blue. Mr. PR guy. Yes, sir. There to tell you about how he got his type rating on a 777 with your money. We don't at Ryanair. Got you, okay.
Ryanair 440 Mike, contact departure.
I know for a fact EasyJet always do packs off departures. I can imagine Ryanair also do it as well. Either way works. Interesting. I don't know. I've never seen that. I've never heard of that, but yeah, it's interesting. Is a FAPS 25 often used or not? Never. Yeah. You don't really need flaps 25, man. Think about how much extra drag, although you are going to benefit with some lift on the end of that, right? Think about the extra lag. Yeah. That's why the Flight Factor 777 V2 Professional Edition is costing $140. I mean, that's just speculation at this point, Sonny, but that's what I'm feeling like it's going to drop, right? I feel the price tag. Now, are there going to be a discount for users who bought the 777 V1? Yeah, Flight Factor is usually pretty good with that, but yeah. Decap, can you turn on the VSD? What's VSD? Like the, this thing? This thing, the profile. Is Genoa scenery good? Thinking of getting it. It is good. Yeah, good performance. Visually, it's pleasing. It's such a cool airport, man. Like I said, nestled kind of in the hills. There's this big port over here as well. The approach in is pretty neat because there's a whole like port and city system here that you fly over. All of the city is basically all down here, like the downtown core is over here as well. It is a really cool approach. Yeah. The vertical situation display. Gotcha. Some frame loss? Where? I mean, well, yeah, looking back at the airport, of course. Looking back at the airport, all the airplanes on the ground and stuff, yeah, you'll get a little bit of frame loss. That's pretty normal. Also live in Los Angeles. There you go. I've flown to Dublin Airport IRL. Very cool. There's a nice freeware Genoa. There you go.
1385, running to 8, set for takeoff, wind 150 degrees at 7 knots.
What's on the stretch menu for takeoff? I forget what this one is called. I forget. It's good though. Did you get the Caribbean pack from the I&I store? Which one? Like the
Ryanair 443 Mike, after departing Airbus A320 Airways, runway 28, backtrack and line up and wait.
After departing A320, we'll line up and wait after Ryanair 443 Mike. Bro, the stream is lagging? Nope. No lag here, man. What is the downside of frame gen? There's a few. You know, some screen tearing and ripping issues and stuff like that. Good morning, Cap, a public holiday in New Zealand. Very cool, man. Congrats. The SLH pack, you already have that, Sonny. The developer was in stream on the weekend. We already have all that. Alrighty, entering the runway, landing lights, strobe lights, wing lights. Let's go. Little bit of backtrack. Yes, it's lagging and stuttering. I feel like that's probably a YouTube server issue. I'm not getting anything on my end, guys. Everything's green on my end. Upload, bitrate, everything's good. I'm not getting any loss of frame. I'm not getting anything over here. So it's got to be a YouTube server thing. How long is this flight? I might watch the first flight. This is the first flight, and it's an hour flight, an hour and 5 minutes. Taxi.
Ryanair 932 taxi holding point Golf. The water white Golf, Ryanair 932.
Is it worth it to install frame gen if you're running min 20 FPS in a storm and medium at a big airport? I would say so, because instead of 20 FPS, you'll be getting 40 FPS. I bumped down to 480p and the lag stopped. I don't know, dude. Seems like a YouTube server thing, if anything. What is the plane's registration? I have no clue. Is that an important factor when flight simming? It's never been a thing for me. I've never, ever, ever paid attention to the aircraft registration. I just download the livery. Decap, I'm 2 behind you, but why is my livery appearing white? Because you're an Airbus. TUI Jet doesn't fly Airbus. Unless they do, but now there's no... Yeah. Listening to Portland Tower on my handheld from home. Very cool, Cameron. Very cool, man. Remember when you have to convert all your sceneries before flying? Oh, dude. Remember the guy that made the tools so you could convert...
443 Mike, runway 28, left for takeoff, wind 150 degrees.
Runway 28 cleared for takeoff, Ryanair 443 Mike, thank you. Realism ruined not putting the plane registration on your sim brief. OFP. Fuck, dude. I can't believe that's an actual thing, man. Some people go that hard, eh? Wild, man. I don't think I could never go that hard into it, but there you go, man. TUI has leased a few A320s. Wow, yeah, there's probably no livery for it, though, on like FSLTL or something, right? Alright, yoke cam's on, throttle's up to 40%. Enjoy the departure, friends. Sounds are up. Let's get flying. Chrono's on. Toga. Takeoff power set. Or sorry, takeoff power is now set. Slight nose down pressure on the yoke.
Airspeed alive.
Thank you.
80 knots.
Neutral.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
You're up. There's like a tailwind right now. 10 knot tailwind. It's a weird one.
Ryanair 443 Mike, contact departure 119
Over to departure 119.6. Thanks for full ATC. We'll see you soon, Ryanair 443 Mike. Alright, chat. 1196. Following our flight directors here. Genoa departure. Hello, Ryanair 443 Mike. 2,600, climbing 5,000.
Ryanair 443 Mike, Genoa, ciao, identified. Continue climb level 190.
Continue climb flight level 190. Ryanair 443 Mike. Right, 190 for us, 19,000 feet. Good. Follow our flight directors. I believe that there's a speed constraint. We can go flaps to position 1, but there is a speed constraint here that we need to maintain 190 knots. I believe there's a speed restriction. It might just be for the turns. Davis, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. And we didn't take off sideways today. Yeah. Not like yesterday. Maybe we didn't need full.
Ryanair 443 Mike, proceed direct to UNITA, Uniform November, India, Tango Alpha.
Alright, proceed direct UNITA for Ryanair 443 Mike. Just to confirm, Uniform November, India, Tango Alpha.
Affirmative, that's correct.
Alright, direct UNITA for us. Good. And autopilot 1 is going on. Bring you guys back up into the flight deck. Sounds can come back just a little bit. We are cleared at direct UNITA. We're coming up on 220 knots. Flaps are clean. Runway turnoffs coming off. Taxi lights coming off. Wing lights coming off. Beautiful. Gear is locked. Auto brake is off as well. We are climbing up and away, friends. Nice turbulence right now as well. Fairly bumpy on the climb out. That was a fun departure. I like that one. Good lord, what took us an hour to take off? Single runway on VATSIM with about 10 departures.
448, I am covering Genoa. You are outside of my airspace. Monitor Uniform 122.
Cap, do you have a good checklist for the 7.3? I do. I can't share it, unfortunately, but I do have a good checklist. Yes, I have the real world Delta checklist. Michael Cop changed the camera view from the webcam to the joystick cam back to his original camera. Thank you, Karl.
Over Unipam 122.8. Thanks for the service. Have a great evening. Ciao.
All right, 8,000 feet. Standard barrel left side, standard barrel right side. Beautiful. Cap, do you think it would be smart for my friend with an i7 8700K 16 gig RAM and a 2075-year-old PC to buy my i7 12700 32 gigs of RAM 3080 Ti, 2 years old, or buy a new pre-built? I don't know. It depends how much money he wants to spend, man. It depends how much you want to spend. Right? Depends how much you want to give your buddy a one. But I don't know, man. I wouldn't necessarily don't buy a pre-built Antag. There are good companies out there that buy pre-builts. It just depends where you bought it from, right? Just had an ad now that cut off Captain Canada. Yeah, there's an ad that runs every half hour, unfortunately, with YouTube now. 10,000 feet, landing light, start switches back to auto, and seatbelt sign to auto. Beautiful. Cameron, my man, dropping the $5 donation. Thank you very much, Cameron. I appreciate that. Incredibly kind, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was today years old when I learned that Ryanair has dirty windows. Had to clean the smudge off my monitor for longer than I care to admit. Well, like here, like the little smudges and stuff, that's part of the livery. We're using the wear and tear mod, wear and tear texture mod. YouTube Premium goated, yes, they are indeed. A custom Ryanair cabin, it is. Yeah, look at that, fancy, right? Ryanair. I love how they just have like the seat back information, just the emergency info is just printed right on you. You can actually read this. Like, how crazy is that? Texturing is so well done. It actually, like, oxygen, seatbelts, life vests, infant flotation device. I think you can actually read it. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. This is on an aircraft in a simulator. Where's Adam? Adam, do you guys always use a cost index of 6? Feeling better climb performance below 15,000 feet, delete the climb derate on N1 limit page, you'll notice a difference.
If you want a cheap handheld for your plane spotting cap, I can link you one from Amazon after stream in DMs.
Thank you, Cameron. I appreciate it. Dan actually bought one when we went down to Los Angeles. He bought a little handheld thing. It was pretty cool. Yeah. Thank you very much, Cameron. I appreciate it, man. Dropping the 5 bones. Thank you, thank you, thank you, man. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you, dude. Bet they charge extra for flotation devices. I don't know about that one, but cost index 6 unless we get high-speed flight plan, which will be a cost index of 100. Ooh, okay. So you either use a cost index of 6 or 100. It's pretty crazy. Cabin looks good, but the wall on the left-hand side of the aircraft isn't there in real life. Like this wall when you enter the aircraft, correct, it's probably just an open area, right? Excuse me. Like this wall right here.
Mike, leaving my airspace, monitor Unicom 122.8, have a good flight, ciao.
Monitor Unicom, thanks for wonderful ATC, ciao. 122.8 for us, friends. Bump that up and over. Good. Cool. Immersion ruined. 100 if there's an airport closure and nearly out of hours, etc. Okay, got you. But for the most part, you're using cost index of 6. I have a Radtel RT8 90 full band M2-way radio. I have no clue yet. I'd have to ask Daniel which one he ended up buying. We're going to 33,000 feet, chat. 330. Did I set that in the pressurization panel? I did. 330. Right, good. And the aircraft should continue to climb. I'll push altitude intervene just in case. AJ coming in with 10 gifted members as well. Holy macaroni, man. 99.9% of the time it's on a cost index of 6. That's interesting. I'm going to remember that for all of our Ryanair flights moving forward. Huge no floaties to you, AJ. Thank you very, very much for the support, my friend. I appreciate you. That is incredibly kind. Guys, if you got a gifted membership from AJ, please make sure you say thank you. Incredibly kind, man. You guys have been nuts with the gifted members this weekend, man. I think we had like 150 or something like that gifted members this weekend, so incredible, man. Thank you, AJ. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dude. Life begins at 40, celebrating 10 months. As hey Cap, are you serving a special of cannolis for the flight services? Absolutely. Only the best of the best for you guys, man. Only the best of the best. And if you actually look at our flight route takes us over some pretty cool areas today. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this flight is we're going to actually fly directly over top of LFKC Calvi. Man, we haven't shot the circle to land runway 36 in a Calvi in a hot minute, chat. Maybe we need to do that again soon. There's like no published chart for it. It's like you have to be trained for it. You basically fly the localizer ILS for runway 18, and then you break off and you follow the mountain range, and then you make this crazy left turn descending in. It's pretty badass. It is a hell of an approach. Very difficult. But we're going to fly right over top of Calvi, and we're actually going to fly right over top of... is this Corsica? I can never remember, man, these islands. But then down here to our arrival. There should be a very cool day of flying, friends. You can see it's not a very long flight. We'll probably be cruising for about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Did some plane spotting in Calvi back in August. Beautiful approaches and landings. Amazing island too. That's really cool, man. That's really, really, really cool. Did you see anybody shooting the circle to land, or were they all coming on runway 18? How's Canada these days? Like everywhere else, man. Kind of a shit show. Ground and tower just came online. Nice. Sweet. Have you flown into Malta? I feel like we have. I don't know. I feel we have, but some of the circle lands look scary. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, dude. Those are pretty wild approaches, man. I'd love to shoot that in real life, though. That'd be pretty badass. Right, climbing through 24,500. Again, going up to 330 for today. I don't know what the aircraft probably wants us to go up to, like 37 as our optimum cruise altitude. We could go up to 37. We might as well. Let's do that. We'll go 370. It is Ryanair after all, right? We probably want to save as much fuel as possible. 370 on the pressurization panel. And last and least, we'll put it on the MCP here as well. Flight level 370. Beautiful. Cool. On our way up. Max, thanks for 2 bones, man. Appreciate you, dude. Says, what are your thoughts of Flite FX? What is Flite FX? Max, you'll have to inform me in chat. I've never heard of it. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah. Can you do a 10-hour flight in one sitting? I mean, we could. Will I? I don't know. Flying KLM Amsterdam to Bogota, an hour and 40 till arrival, enjoying some Italian ops cap. There you go, Joe. Very, very cool, man. Hope you're enjoying your day. Hey, Cap, is this the Ryanair PMGG Ops Center livery? If so, which year? Because I can't find the short field performance sticker. No, this is off flightsim.to. I forget the developer of this one who made this livery, but this is on flightsim.to. Speaking of plane spotting, I'll be in St. Martin in 3 weeks. Ah, this guy, man. Bucket list, dude. Bucket list, Skyworker. I want to go so bad, man. Please share some pictures with us. Very jealous, sir. Very, very, very jealous. Have you ever been? First time? Man, I want to go. I've just heard it's so expensive. But I'm going to make it happen at some point in my life, man. I'm adamant to go there. I want to sit at that bar. I don't even drink, but I want to sit at that bar and just watch planes all day long. Almanox, thanks so much, man, for the 45 Danish kronen. Appreciate you, man. This is not doing memberships, but still wanted to donate a bit. Hey,
not
man,
doing memberships, but still wanted to donate a bit.
Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you for support. I truly do appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Other little things that we do are quite simple. Is above flight level 300, the bank angle limiter is set to 10 degrees, and at cruise altitude, we set the N1 limit on the condition page. Interesting. So above 30,000 feet, you flip it to 10-degree bank limit, which makes sense, just like passenger comfort and stuff, right? And then you're saying at the cruise altitude, we set N1 limit to continuous. So down here, how would I do that? Would it be cruise? Is it econ cruise? Or where do you do that? Or are you saying you actually set it like down here, like as like your N1 set? You just set it here? Or where? I don't know where to do that. You are in Lahore, Pakistan. Very cool, man. I think Flite FX is a scenery developer. Is it? I don't know. N1 limit page. Where's that? On the FMC. Oh, N1 limit page. Okay, and you set the N1 limit to continuous. Okay, got you. All right, cool. Practice makes perfect for real world pilot. Just took off from Genoa and climbing 19,000 feet right behind you. Nice, very cool, man. We're up here at flight level 300 now. Actually coming up to our... See some land in front of us, finally. It's a plane developer. I've never heard of them, man. I'm sorry. I wouldn't be able to offer you any info on that. I wish I could, but yeah. Cap, what is special about the aircraft that is short-filled performance sticker? I have no clue. I don't know exactly what would be. Adam, if you care to explain to us why Ryanair would have a short-field performance sticker, what does that include? Does that include like upgraded brakes, or I don't know? What else could it be? Upgraded brakes would really be the only thing that I could think of. I'm sure there's other things, but my friend is looking to maybe spend a couple grand. I was thinking of building my new PC. Since mine would be an upgrade from what the specs he has now, he doesn't know much about PC parts. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel it's fair, man. I mean, obviously you don't want to take advantage of your friend, right? You want a price that's fair for both of you. So, I don't know. I usually prefer not to sell my products or components to friends, because if something goes wrong, your friend could think that it's your fault, or you sold them a faulty computer or a faulty component. I don't know, dude. I usually stick away from selling things to friends. If I'm going to, like... I'll gift a friend a computer or something like that, right? Instead of selling it to them, but yeah. Edward, thank you, man. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. What's your comment on the current Boeing situation, like the near crash and everything? I don't really have one, dude. My comment also means absolutely nothing in the real world aviation industry, so I just reserve my comments, man. Is it a bad thing? Is Boeing in a weird place right now? Absolutely. You know, I think really deep down inside, Boeing needs to take a look at some of the practices that are going on manufacturing these aircraft and realize it's not always about that almighty dollar and making sure that shareholders get their millions of dollars every year. I think, you know, human safety and pilot safety and crew safety should always be number one. And obviously with certain things it doesn't feel like it is. From Google, flight spoilers are capable of 60-degree deflection on touchdown in addition of increased stroke actuators. Well, there you go. Good evening in all caps. Since you're already flying EU legs, do you consider doing a circling runway 33 at Salzburg, Austria? Check Navigraph, try it. Roy, you're late to the party, my man. We've done that approach, 10, 12, 15 times. We actually flew it not too long ago. I also have a edited video, Roy. When I was on vacation, I actually recorded and produced an edited video of us doing the circling to land runway 33 into Salzburg. Love that approach, my friend. Love that approach. We'll probably fly it again because we just did the circle to land into Innsbruck, which means that we'll probably, next time we're in Europe, we'll look to do some Salzburg stuff, man. Yeah. Why don't you become a real airline pilot? You talk like you have a good lot of knowledge. Very expensive fish. Just because somebody is smart and has knowledge in something doesn't mean that it's necessarily affordable or obtainable. Yeah. Very expensive to become a pilot in Canada, and very difficult to get the loans and stuff associated with getting it. I just took off from Ontario. Nice. Boeing needs a new CEO to step down and start new. They just had that, though. Like when the whole MAX thing happened, whatever, how many years ago, they did that. Have you wanted to be a commercial pilot? No, not really, man. When I was a kid, I did. Like when I was like, 10, 11, 12 years old, and like I was like super into like aviation and planes and flying. But as I got older, the more the realization kind of just set in, right? That it's not, I didn't grow up in a well-off family, and I didn't grow up, taking care of my credit and certain things that could have helped me, become a pilot and stuff like that. I just wasn't really, like I've explained it before, man. I was more interested in playing sports, chasing girls, partying, than I was focusing on getting like a pilot's license, putting money away, saving, and having a good credit. You know what I mean? I was more interested in other things growing up, and there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, nothing wrong with that. End of the day, it's a job, and it feels like one after a few years. Yeah, of course, 100%. Yeah, you can do it modularly. It takes some time, but well achievable. I'm not saying it's not fish. Like I said, man, there's just certain things in life, right, that you choose to do instead of other things. That's all it is, man. Just because I'm interested in aircraft doesn't mean that I have to be a pilot. Just because I'm good at radio communications doesn't mean I have to be a pilot. There's a lot of people. You can enjoy things and you know, if you think about it, dude, I have a pretty good gig right now, right? I get to live stream 5 days a week from my living room. I walk 20 feet to my job, right? So there's certain perks as well as being a full-time content creator as well, right? There are some definite benefits, you know? Is Will mad at us? Haven't seen him in chat today. I don't think so. Probably just busy, man. It's Monday. He has a regular job as well, right? So Boeing, I forgot they cycled the CEOs. I'll just say the culture has to change back to cutting edge in engineering again. I agree. Yeah. I'd swap with you, Cap, that's for sure. See? There are perks, man. There's definitely perks. Is it hard to get a job in Canada? Depends what you're looking for, Diego. Depends what type of job you're looking for. There is always job in skilled labor. That's why I went and became a welder originally after high school. There's always a job in skilled labor here in Canada. Carpentry, welding, you know, the list could go on and on and on, right? You'll always be able to find work. Now, it depends what other work you're looking for, right? Do you wear pants? Like right now, am I wearing pants? No, I'm wearing shorts. When I go outside my doors, I wear pants, yes. Appreciate your help, support, and efforts that you've done. And considering I'm trying new AMD chip, I've always been stuck with Intel. I'm not sure what to pair it with as far as the GPU. I mean, I think right now, dude, one of the best combos is the 7800X3D with like a 4070, a 4080, you know? I don't see Captain Canada getting called off to crew control at 4 a.m. to fly to Tenerife and back. That's all I'll say. That could be a fun day, though, as well. But I got you. I see what you mean, man. Do you like cheese? Yes and no. Yes and no. I don't like crazy, like, fancy cheeses and, like... I'm very mild cheese. My fiance and her family, being that they're from... why am I drawing a complete blank right now? From Brussels, in and around the Brussels area, they eat all kinds of crazy cheese, man. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. To be honest, if I can get a level decent in my living room with a VATSIM instead of flying IRL, I would probably do it. Yeah, it'd be pretty badass too as well. Thinking about moving to Canada from Norway. Nice. Smoked cheddar is my favorite for sure on a nice burger with some peppercorn sauce. Ooh, that'd be a good one as well. Yeah, that would be a good one. I'm about I like a 2, 3, 4-year-old cheddar. I don't really go much about that, but she does like fondue. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Work from home flight simmer sounds like the best job in the world. It definitely has its perks, man. I'm not denying that at all, man. It definitely has its perks. It definitely has its ups. There's also has its downs as well, right? Have you ever tried to apply for a loan as a content creator on YouTube? Very difficult. Have you ever tried to get anything from a bank or mortgages or car loans or anything? Very difficult whenever you're self-employed, work at home, YouTube. I don't know why they assume, but it's banks everywhere in the world. I don't know if it is, but banks here in Canada, if you're self-employed, you're basically, you've just got a target on your back automatically. For whatever reason, they seem to think that if you have a traditional job, you'll never get fired and everything will be perfectly fine. But if you work from yourself, well, that money could be gone tomorrow and you're going to owe the bank $25,000 or whatever you owe, right? So I don't know. There are some ups, there are definitely some downs as well, man. Yeah. Like getting a mortgage for the property that we have, that I bought with the fiance, was probably the most strenuous thing that I've ever done in my life as far as dealing with institutions, banks, lenders, mortgage lenders, loans. The entire process was just so ridiculous because I'm self-employed and she's self-employed. Man, it's a fucking nightmare, dude. Like 2, 3, 4-year-old cheddar meat. What's got into Captain Canada? No, it's good, man. Can I have your spot in Norway if you do? See, there you go. As a mortgage banker, self-employed people are a nightmare to work with. I mean, I agree, Hussein. I agree. And I think it just goes both way, because I think a lot of self-employed people love to cut corners, and that's like the big thing, and I think that's what definitely makes it a hassle. But, you know, I just want to give you an example, right? So when I went to go buy the property with the fiance, they wanted $240,000 down payment. That's not, I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. They wanted her and I to come up with $240,000 cash. Cash. Not credit, not loans, cash. That's what it was going to cost me to get a prime A1 lender. So a regular lender, a big bank lender, you know, prime +1 on the mortgage rates and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show you how it's, and all of that is because you're self-employed. Has nothing to do with how much money you have. We make enough income between the two of us to get the mortgage, no problem. But because we're both self-employed, the bank wants that added security that if anything were to happen over the next 10, 15, 20 years, but like, come on, you know, like I told the guy, when we go to the bank, he calls us into the bank to tell us that. Doesn't even tell me over the phone. Just so ridiculous, man. Calls us in, we get there, and he goes, okay, so if you want to go with this lender, and this lender, they want that kind. And I literally looked at the guy and I'm like, who in their right mind has that kind of money laying around that's applying for their first mortgage ever? Who? Sure, okay, somebody may have that in assets. They may already own property. They may already own a house and they can put a lien up against it. They can use it, whatever, right? But who in their right mind is buying their first property ever has $240,000 laying around in a bank account? Oh yeah, here, let me go to the bank and pull that out for you. Like, what the fuck, dude? It's incredible, man. It's just wild. Did you check the V1 simulation community post? I did not. What happened? Fill me in, Tanush. I did not see. Where did he post it? I didn't see anything. Sounds frustrating. It is big time, man. Sponsorship money? Dude, if you think I make $240,000 in sponsorship money, oh my god. I wish, man. I wish. I don't think I've made $240K in my entire working life, let alone in sponsorship money. Fucking wish, dude. Most people claim a lot of losses, and they have to look at your last 2 years of income and they combine them together. If you claimed a huge loss for the prior year, you're done. Absolutely, Hussein. 100%. 100%. I totally get it, man. I totally get it, because it is a nightmare. It is a nightmare, and I get it. And I think that's why it's traded that way, is because the banks and the lenders just look at people that are self-employed as basically people that are hiding money. That's really what it is, right? There's so many ways as being self-employed. There's so many ways that you can write stuff off, and you can get away with a lot, to be honest with you. We're going to request our dissent wins. You can get away with a lot being self-employed. It's you have to be very careful, because it's a very fine line of trying to claim too much and claiming what you legally can claim. And a lot of people end up claiming too much, and that's when they end up getting dinged, and they end up getting, you know, time for an audit because you're trying to claim absolutely every single expense, you know. Explaining his ban on VATSIM, how he enjoyed IVO and how he does flight simming for educating people, and that since he's a real pilot, he doesn't care about communicating with online ATC. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps you should read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It might be beneficial. Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Maybe. I don't know what that is. Is that a book? Is it a something? But weird question. What share do you use? Right now I'm using my Secret Labs Titan. How do I set minimum callouts? They're right here. So you have your baro and you have your radar mins. Radar and baro. Depends on what type of approach you're doing. If you're shooting a Cat 2 or a Cat 3, you're going to want to use radio minimums. We're using baro. Oh wait, shit, I forgot to do the thing. Execute that. I also need to get my QNH in here. QNH is... Oh, they have an ATIS. They are landing runway. Type of use, they want ILS X-ray out of 3-2. Okay, hold on. We're going to... ILS X-ray 3-2. ILS X-ray 3-2. What was the COVA? What approach were we on? the Kova 1 Zulu. And I'm not going to take it via any transition. And I'm going to execute that. Okay. Put that up to there. Execute that. That to there. Okay, that should be good now. I'll have a look at that. Descent is showing 14 miles. Okay, that's good. Descent forecast. Then I just need to put the QNH in. What was the QNH? It was 1028. All right, and we'll execute that. All right, cool. That's why you read the ATIS, friends, because now we have ILS X-ray. Excuse me. I think I hit my mute button there. Okay, we're good. We're at 37,000. We're descending in 9 miles, so I'm going to bug this down now. We're going to be on the Kova 1 Zulu. Kova 1 Zulu, which means we need to be above 4,000 feet at Ipida, so 6,000 feet. I'm going to put 6,000 as our initial descent. Put 6,000 feet. By then we'll have ATC as well. Looks like we have tower and ground online. All right, 6,000 feet is set there. Beautiful. Good, good, good. LOL, not at all what I said, but okay. See, this is why I this is why I hate the internet sometimes, V1, because yeah, this is not what he said. See? So, anyways, V1, if you care to clarify, I don't know why that was so difficult for me to say. Feel free, man. People have been like talking about it. We had a little chat about it yesterday, and I was just saying I feel that I feel like people for some reason are like going a little bit crazy with this whole thing, and I said I know a lot of like the VATSIM, like the high up people on VATSIM, because a lot of the issues that I've had on the network over the years. And what I said is, it's basically, to me, it seems like you just need to send an email to the right person, right? And if you need information of who you should be contacting or the right person, feel free, man. You can reach out. I'll get you in contact with the right people at VATSIM if you just don't know who to email about it. The entire situation, again, we don't really know what's going on. We just know what has been provided by you, and all I know is what's been told to me in chat as well, is just that you didn't have your right name, or you were using a different name or something. And for obvious reasons, man, I don't think anybody here is going to, as I've always stated, I'm with you on this one. I don't feel that you should have to use your real name. You're a real world captain. There's so many security reasons and other personal reasons of why you wouldn't want your actual name on a network like VATSIM where little shits can get to it. I'm with you, man. I'm with you on this one. But anyways, if you need to be put in contact with the right people at VATSIM to kind of explain everything that's going on, feel free, man. I'll put you in contact with the right people. I don't know who you've been dealing with. I don't know exactly what's been said. I don't know what's happened behind closed doors, but I'm extending that out if you need it, man. Feel free. I have no problem putting you in contact with the right people. I'm always going to change this to 5. I wish that this was done in everything at once. So, yeah. Wait, everything on the internet isn't true? Yep, emailed a couple times. They want me to upload an ID, and that's not happening, so I've moved on. Fair enough, man. Thank you for the clarification, V1. And I've heard it from you, so now we can kind of stop on the whole speculation that everybody's doing. I appreciate you explaining what's going on. And I agree with you, man. I agree. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't matter. Who fucking cares? You're clearly a real pilot. You're clearly bringing more to the network. You're doing more good for the network than you are bad by not having your legal name. I think it's absurd, man. I'm with you on that one. Fuck that. I don't think that that's okay. And I don't think that they should expect people with like we said, man, it's there's so many little trolls and so many little shits like on VATSIM and on the internet that it's just it's kind of crazy, It boggles my mind. Can you explain the rest, how to set up your minimums? How to set up your minimums? Minimums are always going to be on your chart. So you're just going to look for your ILS chart or your whatever chart you're going to be doing. We're shooting an ILS approach. Actually, you know what? We need to unpin this we need to go to charts, and we need to go to approaches. We're doing the ILS. What did we change it to, chat? The ILS whiskey or something? Whiskey. Yes? Shit. Forgot what we changed it to. It's not the whiskey, the X-ray. Ah. Okay, we need the ILS X-ray. ILS X-ray, we're going to do Cat C and D, because that's us. We're a Category C aircraft. I almost choked on my spit. I legitimately almost died right there, chat. Ow. Holy shit, that was scary. ILS X-ray 3-2, we're Category C aircraft. Jesus, I've never done that streaming. And a Category C, you're going to see down here, it's always going to be your minimums. The darker bold letters are going to be your barrow minimum, and the numbers in brackets are going to be your radio minimums. So if you're shooting an ILS Cat 2 or a Cat 3 approach, you're going to want to go with a radio minimum. I don't know exactly why it's done with radio versus barrow, but on normal approaches like us, we're shooting today as a Cat 1, we're just going to use a category, a radio minimum, Category C, which is 254 on the minimums. So we can bug that up now, 254. Good. Cool. That's it there. Cap, is there a command to see the route that you're flying? I used to have a route command, but it gets changed, as you can see here, by ATC. I mean, this was a 1-hour flight, and our route's already been changed twice by ATC. So no, I don't use a route tab anymore, or command. Burn, how are you, my friend? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Cap, is Phoenix ever going to provide us with an update? I mean, how long does it take for the IEs? I don't know, man. I have no clue, dude. I have no clue. Cap, my Phoenix altitude indicator on my PFD is very laggy. Any tips? Your altitude indicator is very laggy. I don't know. What do you have your cockpit refresh displays set to? Are we online? It feels offline, but the title says VATSIM. Yeah, we're online, man. You're not going to get a lot of VTC when you're just kind of... unless you have cruising... Unless you have full, like, coverage on. We had ATC on in Genoa when we left, and I believe there's ATC here for the arrival into Cagliari. We do. We have tower and ground online. Oh, we got approach online as well. 1975 for approach. I'm going to tune to him now. We can kind of just listen up. 1975 for approach, and then we've got 19725. Okay, 19725, and then
hey,
tower.
Captain's still with you but lurking in the background.
Hey,
Hope you're well, bud.
Daza, my man. Huge no floaties to you, Daza. Thank you for the continued support, man. I hope you're doing well. Hope the kids and the wife, everybody's happy, healthy. Thank you for your support, man. I appreciate it. All right, 120605 for tower, and 119725 for approach. So we've got both of those guys in there now. When do you usually check in with ATC? I usually wait for them to just send you a little message, a little ping, because, you know, I don't want to clog up the airspace by me saying, you know, calling them and it's too early or it's too late or something. I usually just wait for them to say something. Where can I see my refresh rate for my cockpit, the Phoenix settings, or in the sim? Jones, it's in the simulator. Somebody else was saying go from DLSS to TAA. I don't know what type of anti-aliasing you're using, but Daza, thank you again, man. I appreciate you, dude. Hope life is treating you well, man. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it, man. I have the split scimitar winglets on the Ryanair 7.3. I know a lot of Ryanairs don't have this, right? Are these the newer Ryanairs that have the split scimitars? The split skimmies? I prefer the splits. I think they're nice. I actually love the Max wingtips. I think they're really nice. ECAT, I'm struggling a lot with the GTX 1660 Ti. Any tips to have smoother FPS with aircraft like the Phoenix? Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, if I'm being 100% honest with you, man, that's a little bit of a dated graphics card. I don't know. Other than turning some settings way down, I don't really know what you'd be able to do. I'm sorry, man. I mean, there's obviously some things that can happen, but I'm just not sure. Thankfully, I've had a 1080 Ti and then upgraded to a 3080. Is the Logitech radio panel life changer? I struggle with trying to change the radio panels in the cockpit. I have to turn the camera to change it. I mean, for me it is, Cameron. Especially if you fly online, Pilot Edge, VATSIM, IVAO, whatever it is, flying on any type of online network, yeah, the radio stack's going to help tremendously. Now, there are other radio stacks out there. There's not just the Logitech one, but for me, ease of use, the size, the workability, I prefer the Logitech one. I'd actually love to have one that actually had the 3 digits like this does, right? Had the actual like 3-digit 119.725, because right now I can only see 119.72.
Flight level 130, Itaro 1385.
Cagliari approach, good evening. Ryanair 443 Mike, ATIS information uniform descending through flight level 240.
Ryanair 443 Mike, Cagliari, buonasera, information uniform correct. You are cleared for the Covas 2 Alpha arrival. Expect LS Zulu runway 32, descend flight level 110.
Okay, we're cleared on the Cova 2 Alpha arrival for the ILS runway 32, and we'll descend flight level 110, correct? For Ryanair 443 Mike?
Ryanair 443 Mike, affirmative, all correct.
Okay, so the Cova 2 Alpha for the ILS X-Ray 32, execute that.
385, report your airspeed.
Execute.
4 knots for Itaro
execute. Okay.
Itaro 138.
Everything should be good now.
250.
Put us a little bit high up on the profile, so that's fine. We're going to get some ground spoiler out here. And it's good. All is well. See what I mean, though? See what I mean about posting like my routing and stuff like that? That's the 3rd time my routes changed on this short little flight. So as far as like posting up like my routing and stuff, Kevin, I think the PMDG 777 will come out before the IEs for the Phoenix. I don't know, man. Heard Ryanair costing like $2 billion to put splits on the 73 is going to make them so much more money in savings costs and operations. It's crazy. You have to think about big picture, right? They have a pretty huge fleet size. How big is their fleet? Be curious to see. What is the downside of frame gen mod, and how often are they visible? I mean, the big downside would probably be the menus. So if like you have any type of menu open and you do this, there's like menu ghosting. I would say that is probably the biggest, and like some of the shadows, the aircraft shadows can get really messed up. They kind of have that same ghosting effect. Yeah. Those are really the only downsides, Mikkel, that I've noticed. I know other people are having like some weird screen tearing and stuff like that. So, following a $175 million agreement with aviation partners, Boeing Ryanair installed Spitz-Matera winglets on the first of over 400 of their 737s. It's crazy, dude. My birthday soon. I'm getting a 4070 Super 16 gigs, 24th of February, and i9 processor. Very cool, Captain Denis. That's going to be a beast of a computer, man. Enjoy that one, dude. Is it easy to uninstall the frame gen mod? I feel like it's pretty easy. There's an install process and an uninstall process. I don't ever think you're going to want to uninstall it, but I can't.
Flight level 90, Itaro 1385.
All right, transition altitude is 6,000 feet.
Ryanair 440, Mike, speed 250 knots.
Speed 250 knots, Ryanair 440, Mike.
Itaro 1385, speed 230 knots.
Speed 230 knots, Itaro 1385.
What program is using those charts to the runway and so on? That is Navigraph, and it is paid, yes. If you want to fly online, or hell, if you want to just take flying from home a little bit more serious, I highly suggest getting Navigraph charts. This is the one program that I just tell people, if you really want to get into flight simming properly, and you want to understand how SID, stars, transitions, ILS approaches, RNAVs, visuals, VORs, if you want to kind of like understand all of that and be able to like look at a chart and read it and understand it, Navigraph is the way to go, man. There's really no better program for flight simmers. I buy the annual subscription every year, so I think it's like 60 something euro, 70 something euro annually. I think it comes out to like $90 Canadian, 90 something Canadian. And like I said, I can tell you it's the one purchase that I have no regrets every year. It is by far worth every penny. Especially if you want to fly on networks like Faten, IVAO, Pilot Edge, all those things, you know. So worth it though if you can put any real time in since throughout the year. Absolutely. Well, for me,
Mike via Carbonara, cleared for the LS Zulu runway 32.
Carbonara. I wonder if that's actually after the Carbonone. It's wonderful. How many FPS do you think I run with frame gen? I usually am running 30 to 50. You'd probably double that, man. So you'd be anywhere between 60 and 100. It automatically doubles your frames. So for example, look, I can turn frame gen off by just clicking off the monitor. Right now we're getting 94 FPS. If I click out of the monitor, you'll see that's my actual FPS right there. About 40, 48, 49. That would be like would be the FPS in the sim. But once I click back in, frame gen gets activated. You can see down here now I'm getting 95, 98 FPS, 94. There.
Guitar 1385, heading 150 for sequencing.
Do you like the Aerosoft 700? I do. I just wish it had an update, man. It really needs some work. Really needs some work.
1385, flight heading 150.
Heading 150 for your turn, 1385.
ILS X-ray, pin U, and 1095 315. 1095. 1095 315. Good. Cool. But if I install it and then only for Microsoft or all your games? Just for Microsoft.
And 5,000 feet, QNH 1028.
On 5,000, QNH 1028.
Just for Microsoft. Are Microsoft going to fix some performance problems, get great FPS when the frame gen mod, the last sim update? Yes, apparently there's big performance upgrades coming with sim update 15. We're supposed to get some nice sim upgrades.
443 Mike, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1028.
5,000 feet, 1028, Ryanair, 443 Mike.
Arrow 138.
Is there a multi-pilot mode for Microsoft? There's an external app that does it, Fish, but it's...
Right heading 200.
Thoughts on a 7800 X3D with a 4080 Super Combo? I mean, that would be probably what I'm looking at getting as well in the near future. But we'll see. We'll see, man. Like I said, I am in no rush to upgrade my computer now, like I was last year. I really, truly am in no rush, especially with this frame gen stuff. To me, there's really no rush. Why spend $5,000-$6,000 on a computer to get an extra 30, 40, 50 FPS when I'm already getting 80 FPS, you know what I mean? So.
28 Sierra, Cagliari, ciao, identified, continue climb level 100.
Continue climb flight level 100 to Jet 2
Mikkel, so you have to be careful. You can't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can just start cranking up all your settings. You might not want to have your settings set that high. I would just leave your settings at the same. That's what I did. I didn't turn up any of my settings. I still think my simulator looks beautiful. I still think that it looks great, even the way that it's run right now. Yeah. Hey Cap, when buying third-party payware airport/aircraft, do you buy their direct sites or through the marketplace or within Microsoft? Definitely not within Microsoft. I usually end up buying it on SimMarket, AnyBuilds, or Orbex. Now, please keep in mind, I have partnerships with AnyBuilds. I have partnerships with Orbex. So I usually don't pay for scenery that is sold on the AnyBuilds launcher or the Orbex launcher. So I can just reach out to them and ask for a review copy, right? So. How about RealTurb Cat today? With the settings in Microsoft with medium, it is great. With the realistic, not good. Yeah, realistic's too much. I agree, Chris, too much. Yeah. FrameGen is single-handedly why I spent money on a FFB yoke. No longer need to budget for a 4000 series card. I agree, man. I agree, V1. I agree. To me, also, V1, like, the best thing that I did, and something that you may consider for future, again, to kind of just keep the same PC, would be consider maybe a capture PC at some point, V1. That would be the only difference that I think would, again, probably keep your current PC to continue. You could probably keep it for another year or two, you know what I mean? Having a capture PC really changed like the dynamic of what I was able to do on the streams. More importantly, so much like with like the 4K graphics and stuff that I have, right? The scene changes and stuff like that. Having a capture card and a dedicated computer for all of that, man, it's been a game changer. It really has. It takes so much pressure and stress off the GPU of your game, GPU and CPU of your gaming PC, that it's pretty crazy. Yeah. The direct at the start cut shortcut time by about 10 minutes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Just an idea of you, and like I said, man, it helped me tremendously, right? And I'm all about. For you could probably in the US, if you got a micro center around you, you could probably do something for like $500-600, man. It doesn't even need to be anything crazy. Just get a little graphics card, a decent CPU. All the money, the big chunk of the money is going to just be on like the actual capture card itself. You know what I mean? Get I have a 2060 Super and a Ryzen 5 in my capture PC. Like nothing crazy. Cost me 900 Canadian, so like $5 US. No, that would be about like 500 US. 600 US is about 900 Canadian. 800, 900 Canadian. How can we tell the difference? What's that, Ted? Of what? Has anyone had an issue with the fly-by-wire where the cockpit looks sandy or glossy and then slowly moving around? No. I would suggest deleting it out of your community folder and reinstalling it. That would be my suggestion. How do you tell the difference in stream PC versus not? I mean, for the viewer, you'll probably notice an increase in visuals immediately, because like I said, instead of my...
443 Mike, speed 230 knots.
Speed 230 knots, Ryanair, 443 Mike. Instead of my gaming PC also having to do all the rendering and streaming through OBS and uploading all of that data, all of that is offloaded to a second PC, which will allow for much more crisp visuals, and not only visuals, performance, right? Performance. My gaming PC is only gaming now. It doesn't have to worry about like controlling OBS and doing all of that stuff, you know what I mean? Like that is offloaded onto a separate computer, a dedicated capture card. It just makes life for a streamer much more simple. Once you get it set up, it is a pain in the ass to get set up, because audio is running through a certain PC and video and capturing it, it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but once you get it all set up and it's working, you definitely notice it. I mean, the first thing that I said when I switched over, people like that the visual quality is insane. Again, because your stream PC isn't trying to run the simulator and upload. Like, that takes a lot of VRAM, man. It takes a lot of pressure on your GPU to encode, upload, take care of OBS, and then do your simulator as well, right? How often do you experience downsides from frame gen? I really don't, Mikkel, to be honest with you. I mean, like I said, the biggest thing for me that we notice is the shadows. If you're coming into land, the shadows are like a little bit broken. That's really the biggest thing that I've noticed. That's really it. All right, 1028, we're a little bit above profile. I'm going to get a little bit of ground spoiler out. 1028, what is it set to here? Oh, should be 1028 as well. There we go. You ever been to Europe in real life? I have, yes. I was younger though.
443 Mike, speed 210 knots, via Carbonara, cleared for the LS Zulu runway 32, report established.
Speed 210 knots from Carbonara, cleared for the ILS approach runway 32, we will report fully established. Ryanair 443 Mike. What are my settings? High-end preset, clouds, ultra, trees, low. So super easy, man. Just go to the presets, just go to high-end preset, and then scroll down, put your clouds to low, or sorry, clouds to ultra, trees to low. Yeah. Hey, Cap, I don't know if you answered this yet, but why were you offline in Innsbruck? Dude, I don't understand, man. I don't understand how some people are just like so concerned about what happened on a stream. Like, it's like, bro, are we not here enjoying the stream right now? Like, why are we concerned about why or not I was online or not online? It just boggles my mind, dude. arm approach mode. A little bit early to be arming your approach mode. We really don't need to be worried about that yet. We have been cleared on the approach though, so we are able to. Says from Cagliari 5,000, intercept at 2,700. So I'm going to bug up 2,700. He cleared us on the approach, so I assume that means that I can keep descending down to 2,700. Trolling? No, dude, the guy was like super adamant. Like he was like very concerned about why we were not flying online when we were flying into Innsbruck. I understand, dude. We fly online 99.9% of the time, but God forbid there's that one stream where I just don't want, and I've already mentioned it, it's not even for me flying, I feel bad for all the other pilots that try and fly into Innsbruck at the time that everybody else is trying to fly in, because it just ends up, like I said, people end up complaining, people end up this, oh well this guy flew in and half of the people were doing approach for runway 26, half the people were doing an approach for runway 8 and blah blah blah. It's like, that's why, man, it's so easy. Just being respectful to other people on the network, that's really it. I don't, for me it's no difference whether I fly online or offline. I'm pretty comfortable in either way of doing that. That it's more for the people that are flying online that don't know who we are and we're, you know. Flaps 30 today, chat. Approach going to be 154. I think you wanted to mess up the stream? No, man, he's a member here. There's nothing like that. There's just people were like, not. This is not real time. Correct. This is real weather, not real time. Wait, what happened 17 streams ago? What flavor are we having today? I don't know what this one is called. I forget. I have too many here. I forget what this is. It's strong though. Tickles my throat. It's a strong one. Alright, we're going to arm localizer. You can see we're on profile. It's getting us right on profile. Tower. Make sure tower is still online. Tower is still online. 120605. We've got that bugged. And then we do have ground as well as 25430. As far as gates that the aircraft parked at, we're looking for, well, the real aircraft went to stand 5. We'll see what they end up giving us, but stand 5 is where the real aircraft went. Right, I'm bringing my speed down to 190. We're about to intercept. I'm going to go flaps 5 degrees. Ground spoiler's armed, green light, auto brake is set as well. We've got frequencies and course is set as well. 1095, 315, good. There goes Lokestar captured, beautiful, and then we'll go ahead and hit approach. And we should get glide slope captured here as well. There we go. VOR localizer and glide slope captured. Wonderful. And as soon as we roll out of the turn, we will report fully established. We've got the runway out here in front of us. Airport, beautiful. Approach Ryanair 443 Mike, fully established, runway 32.
Ryanair 443 Mike, you are number 2, contact tower 120.605, ciao.
Order tower 120605, ciao. Alright, tower 120605, and then ground frequency 125430. I like to take care of all of this now so that when I land I don't have to worry about fumbling with the radios. I can just switch it over. 125430. Good. Cool. Tower good. Evening Ryanair 443 Mike, ILS 32. Alright, we're going to start.
Ryanair 443 Mike, Cagliari Tower, QNH 1028, continued approach. Traffic information Airbus A320 in short of final 32, report traffic inside.
Alright, we'll continue approach, and we do have the traffic on short final for Ryanair 443 Mike. Okay. Lights, lights, lights. That is good. Speed's coming back. Flaps 15 degrees. We're going to go final approach speed just because the people in front of us. I don't want to get in anybody's way. 154. Let's go flaps 25 degrees. Give you a nice view of that. And we'll go flaps 30 now, which will be our landing flaps. There we go. Fully established. I'm going to take control of the throttles. Winds are actually not really gusting. Blowing right down the runway. It's nice. Auto throttle's off. You know what, chat? We're going to manually fly from here. Looks real nice. 1,700 feet. Yoke cam's going on. Enjoy the arrival, my amigos. Sound's coming up here as well. My airplane. "10 knots blowing right down the runway. Real nice. Let's see the other aircraft just touching down now. He's on his rollout. I find it hard to believe this is our first time flying into this airport. Cagliari. Winds are shifting just a little bit. Okay, landing checklist. Gear down, 3 green, flaps are 30 and indicated. Ground spoilers are armed with a green light. Cabin crew's been advised. You've been advised. We're just waiting for our landing clearance now. We should be getting it any moment. 1,000 feet. Winds are getting a little bit more bumpy now. Outer marker.
Tower, E-Tower,
It's definitely bumpy.
Ryanair 443, Mike, wind 360 degrees 8 knots, runway 32, clear to land.
Runway 32, clear to land. Ryanair 443, Mike, thank you.
Tower 1385, welcome
Alright,
to
there's our
Cagliari,
clearance.
ground
Sounds are up.
125,
Let's go.
430, south. Ground 125, 430, service check.
Approaching minimums.
C28.
Wait, is that Detroit?
Nice.
Minimums.
Yes, it is Detroit. Continue.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Correction, hold it, hold it. Ah, beautiful chat. Nose down gently. Real nice. Proper crosswind technique again. Decelerating. $60 knots, reverser stowed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Cagliari. Man, we're getting so much better with the crosswind technique, chat. So much better with our crosswind technique. That was a nice one. Nice little correction, a little bit of aileron into wind. Nice. Alright, vacate to the right. Where do we vacate onto? We vacated onto Bravo. We doing the return? We're actually going to Cuneo. Cuneo? Something like that.
Welcome to Elmas, ground 125430, ciao.
125430, thanks for ATC, ciao. Alright, let's get ourselves clear of the runway. Clean ourselves up here. Ground spoilers, flaps. Beautiful. The good fellows are waiting for me. Yes, they are. Ground hello, Ryanair 443, Mike vacated runway 32 on Bravo.
Ciao Ryanair 443, Mike, taxi to stand 15 via Alpha Golf and Tango.
Stand 15 Alpha Golf Tango, Ryanair 443, Mike. Alrighty, let's keep her moving. Clocks are going off. 1 hour and 3 minutes. Very good. Landing lights off. Runway turnoffs coming off. APU's getting spooled up. Engine start switches over to auto. Wing lights are off. Wonderful. I feel like we've flown this aircraft really well this week. We hadn't flown in like a month and a half. We hadn't flown the 737 in like a month and a half. So to jump back into it after flying the A300, the A320, the A320 Neo, to jump back into the aircraft, I've had a lot of fun this week. It's been, I feel like we've been flying it really well. Yeah. Is that default scenery? Looks a little bit like FSX. Not default scenery. Nope, it is payware scenery. And put exclamation point scenery in chat. Cuneo. 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 Right? Cagliari. I feel like we're getting better with our Italian pronunciations. Alpha Golf Tango. Alpha Golf Tango. That's what he gave me, right? Yeah. All right, so we're making our left into golf here, and he wants us at stand 1-5 gate. Gate 1-5. Ramp area tax lights are coming off. APU gens are going on. APU bleed is on. I'm subbing. You do not use a PlayStation remote. Well, you have to be a subscriber to chat in my chat. So technically you're already subscribed. And you know what, man? If you want to use a PlayStation remote, there's nothing wrong with that. You use whatever you use to be able to do it. Bellissimo! Do you like the Irish accent? I do. I love Ireland, man. It's I want to go to Ireland someday. This was a badass flight, man. I'm super glad we picked up this scenery. I'm glad we looked at Flight Radar 24 yesterday. Made the decision to do some Italian Ryanair ops. This is some badass scenery, man. We're definitely going to be flying in here again, chat. Badass scenery. Beautiful approach in over the water like that. Definitely a little bit bumpy as well coming in. I'm loving the RealTurb kind of mixed with the medium settings in Microsoft. Feels really good. Really, really good. I will call it right there anyways. It's perfect. Park brake is on. APU's on. APU gen is on. Bleeds are on. Engine number 2 is off. Engine number 1 is off. Seatbelt sign is off. Anti-collision light is off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down. I think he's just going to bow for us. Yep. Hydro pumps are off. Probe heats are off. Yaw dampers off. Fuel pumps are off. And everything looks good up there. Did I get my strobe lights off? I don't think I did. There we go. Beautiful. Cool. Let's go ahead and request deboarding. Wonderful. Dan, celebrating 15 months. Thanks so much, Dan. Also, huge no floaties to C2A. Coming in with a donation when we were on short final as well. He says, wait, this is not Detroit. Imagine Ryanair in Detroit. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That's not us. All right, sweet, cool. Great first flight, friends. We are going to get ready here for the second flight of the afternoon. Give you guys a nice little wink, give you a nice little view here on the ground of the deboarding process. There we go. Should look nice like that. Beautiful. Cool. Watch the deboarding process and get some tunes jamming for you guys. And we can get prepped for the second flight today from Cagliari to Cuneo. I think that's how I'm supposed to be saying it. Give me a second here and I'll get this all ready for you guys. Ryanair.
Ground, hello again. Ryanair 3 Whiskey Tango with you on stand 4 with information whiskey. Looking for R4 clearance to... I won't even try to pronounce that.
Nice.
Ryanair 3
I like
Whiskey
it. I like it. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, he says. Oh, that's too funny. Passengers, 176 passengers for this leg, friends. There they go. They are deboarding now. I did have a GSX profile for this airport, so they're actually going to board and deboard properly. Flight plan, let me pre-file that on the network. Good. Going to close you. Keep you open. Keep you open. That's good. We're going to go up to 360 for this leg. Good. Flight plan has been filed. Wonderful. We will disconnect quickly and connect with our new call sign. 3 Whiskey uniform. Connected. Beautiful. All right, cool. Sweet. Give me a second. I will update all the banner information for you here. All right, banner should be updated for you for our return, or sorry, not our return, our second flight. Done. Flights, unload, import, sim brief, import. Good. Cool. Let's jump back inside the aircraft here for a second. Good. We're going to go upstairs. Okay, good. All that's set. Good. Let's come down here. Electronic flight bag. We're going to go to our main tab, electronic flight bag. We're going to request new sim brief data. You can see here we're going from Cagliari to Cuneo. So that's good. With a cost index of 13, we're going to change the cost index because we're going to go with 6 of the proper Ryanair. And then we're also changing our flight level to 360. Good. Let's come down here. We'll go to our route tab. We're going to do our flight plan request. We'll go ahead and grab that sim brief route. We'll set payload. Good. We'll set fuel. Good. We'll select route. Good. Give that about 15 seconds to run through it. And then we'll grab our clearance as well. We'll do all that fun stuff up there. But there's the return flight. You can see here, there's Genoa right here. And we're going up here to Cuneo, which is up here. And remember when I said that this airport is really cool because it's like in this little, I don't even know what you want to call it. I mean, Turin is right here. And it's like right at the base of the Swiss Alps. This airport, the city, it's going to be quite cool. It's going to be a beautiful approach down in, obviously you can see here. So that's why we wanted to do this routing today. Also, Tony wanted me to do this routing forever ago. So yeah. Can you explain the rest of how to calculate, set up your minimums? So Mikhail, again, man, super easy, dude. You just have to have your charts. You just look at your charts, man. That's really all you have to do. Once you have your charts loaded, that's it. So like if I go to my approach charts, the ILS Zulu runway 21, you look down here, you see your minimums. You just need to know which category of aircraft you are. If you're a category A, your minimums are going to be 262 on the radio or 1480 is your barrel minimum. You just have to know your category of aircraft. If you're flying an Airbus 320, a 737, you're usually always going to be category C. Yeah, that's how it works for ILS. It's you don't want to overthink it. Trust me, it's all the information that you need is there. You know. Okay, flight plan has been entered. That all looks good. We should have all of our weights and stuff. We go to our zero fuel weight, 61.4 on the zero fuel weight. So everything looks good there. Cool. Let's go ahead and call for clearance while we're still here and hanging out. We do have ground online. So our ATIS is going to be ATIS information November whiskey. ATIS whiskey. ATIS is whiskey, and most likely they're going to give us another departure, but we have the Cova 5 Juliet departure planned, so we'll try and get that, and we'll call for our clearance. Somebody's got an open mic. If any of you are here on the ground or flying, just make sure you don't have an open mic, because there's definitely an open mic on the network right now.
Open microphone.
What network are we using? Should say right up here, Dabney. We are on the VATSIM network, my friend. Right up here. VATSIM. How old are you? How old would you guess that I am? 747 Cathay from Singapore to Hong Kong. Ooh. Kind of cool. JJ, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey Tango radio check.
3 Whiskey Tango, yeah, you had an open mic for there.
No problem, Steve.
I'm using TAA, yes, for my anti-aliasing. Yeah. Ground hello, Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform, ATIS Whiskey IFR to Cuneo, please. I think it's Cuneo. It's okay.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform, Cagliari, ground information X-ray, you're clear to Cuneo, Covas 5 Juliet, departure, runway 32 initially 4,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Clear to Cuneo via the Cova 5 Juliet departure, initial climb 4,000, squawk 1,000, Ryanair, 3 Whiskey Uniform.
3 Whiskey Uniform, read back correct, report ready.
Report ready, thank you. All right, so initial climb 4,000. We're going to bug that up. Good. Come down here. Turn that down here once again for a sec. Good. And we can go to our departures and arrivals. We know that we are planned on the Cova 5 Juliet out of runway 32. We'll execute that. Good. Arrivals. What is the weather doing in Cuneo? Let's go to weather. Somebody's online in IVAO, but Meta report here showing winds are 200 at 4. So we're definitely going to expect the ILS. So now here's what we have to try and figure out. Go to approaches. Which ILS approach do we want to use? Do we want to use the ILS approach? Probably just the ILS Zulu from Torino. Where does the arrival take us in on? No, okay, it takes us from Topru. There's an RNAV approach. The RNAV approach could be kind of fun. What kind of music are we listening to right now, chat? Let's just go to ILS Yankee because it has Topru on it, so I'm just going to go with that one. ILS Yankee, Topru, we'll pin it. Good. Let's go on the... What was the approach? The approach was the Lage 2 Delta. Lage 2 Delta. We're going to plan for the ILS Zulu 2-1, and we want Topru as our transition, and we'll execute that. Beautiful. Cool. If we scroll through here, we shouldn't have any crazy discontinuities or anything like that, which we don't. Wonderful. Everything looks good to me. Let's go back to our NitRef tab. Let's plug in some numbers here. Fuel 7.1. Good. Reserves 2. We're going to do our perfinite request. Let that send itself off. You see the ITA Airways? Yes. I would assume pretty good looking 40-year-old with 3 kids and a mortgage, but then your skin is still clear, so maybe 30. Or is that beard putting me off from judging those shades? Nice. I am 35. I do have a mortgage and a fiance. No kids. Don't plan on having kids. So you were close on some aspects of that, which is kind of funny. All right, cost index is 6 as per normal, which we learned about. And we're going up to 360, 36,000 feet, not 40,000 feet. 36, although 40,000 feet is kind of tempting, but we'll go 36,000 feet today. Transition altitude was 6,000 feet. That is correct. Good. Go to our N1 limits here today. Let's head over to our electronic flight bag. Are you guys still deboarding? No, they're done. Okay. Let me go GSX. Deboarding complete. Reload sim brief. Good. And let's go ahead and request boarding. Good. Cool. Did they drive away or? No, it's good. Everybody stays there. Beautiful. And now we are boarding passengers. Beautiful. We should start seeing the passengers start walking out of the terminal here. Good. Let's go to our electronic flight bag. Let's go to our performance tool. We're going to go to runway 32 departure. Good. Import from aircraft. That's not right. Import from OFP. What is my airplane giving? Hold on. Init ref. Why is it? That's so weird. Okay. That's the zero fuel weight. Import from aircraft. There we go. Import weather. And we'll calculate. Good. No D-rated takeoff. We're doing 51 on our cell temp. So go 51 degrees on cell temp. Good. No D-rate. Go to takeoff. Flaps 5 degrees. CG weight today 19.3. Trim value 568. 568 works. And then V speeds 43, 44, 48, 43, 44, 48. Beautiful. Cool. Everything looks good there. I'm happy with that. Let's head back outside and let's watch the boarding process. Wonderful. So people say that it's a bit dangerous to install the FrameGen mod, but do you think it's worth it? Who says that it's dangerous? That's what I would like to know. Who says that the FrameGen mod is dangerous? There's nothing dangerous about it, man. It doesn't like overclock your GPU. It doesn't make your GPU fans run faster. It does nothing. I've been using the FrameGen mod for over a month now. I've been watching my temperatures. Absolutely nothing has changed using the FrameGen mod. Nothing. Zero. Nothing has changed. So for the people that are saying it's dangerous, it's for the people that probably don't understand how to install it, therefore it's dangerous because they don't know how to use it. It does not use more VRAM. Not that it's indicating, I don't know. I think that it is using more VRAM because it's like some people have to turn, if you're on a 2000 series card, a lot of the people have to turn some settings down to get it to work properly. But I think if you're on a 3000 series card, you're probably fine. Probably don't notice more of a VRAM hit, but I think the 20,000 series are using it. Yeah. FrameGen is 100% safe. Absolutely. Yes. Only account saying it's bad for your GPU's NVIDIA burner accounts. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it's, are you possibly anti-nationalism, or do you not want kids because of the pain in the ass to make people age 2
If it's not
times?
dangerous, how come your streams start with a song called Get Dangerous? Checkmate.
Checkmate. Nice. No, man. I just decided with my fiance we just don't want to raise kids, man. Especially not in today's world, man. Have you looked outside at all recently? Have you seen what it's like? Imagine raising a kid and the shit that they got to fucking deal with nowadays, man. Shit was easy when I was growing up. We didn't have the internet. You wanted to go play outside with your friends, right? Like that. It's yeah. We just not interested, man. And of course the money factor. Sure, there's definitely that as well. Super expensive to raise kids in today's world. Yeah. There's some other things that we'd like to do with our lives instead of, chase toddlers around and stuff like that. That's just our outlook, man. It's not because I'm a nationalist or anything like that. I didn't know. Nothing to do with that. He got flying out to Ibiza on Vatsum after buying the Ibiza scenery. Nice. Excuse me. Great scenery, man. What do we enjoy together in our free time? The same as every other normal couple, man. Spending time together, going out for dinner, movies, trips, shows. Every normal. I'm 51, also without kids. Glad I don't have them. 100%, Roy. Yep. Because you know what, Roy? Guess what you get to do, man? Guess what you have? Probably money in your bank account, and guess what? You could wake up tomorrow and decide you want to go somewhere and go. You know, there's no worries, there's no nothing, right? We got enough on our own plates with all the animals that we have, horses, and running the ranch and farm, and yeah. I have nephews, good enough. 100%. 100%, man. 100%. Got nephews, I got friends that have kids. All I got to do is spend an hour or two over at my buddy's house, and it's just the constant what's the word that I'm looking for? Not certification, but it's a constant reminder that I've made the right decision with my life. You know what I mean? Don't you want them for later on? I don't know, man. You can always adopt a kid, man, right? There's other options as well. If down the line when we're 50, 60 years old and we decide that something wants to happen and we can't necessarily have kids, we missed our window, there's other opportunities, right, man? It's not
Is closing. Contact the tower on frequency 120605. Ciao.
okay, ground is closing, so over to tower. Okay. Reassurance, yep, perfect. Fun fact about having kids, you can change your mind and have them later, but it's dang difficult to change your mind afterwards. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Not much to live for after 50 without kids, though. Yeah, there is, man. What the fuck? Yeah, there's lots, dude. You think if you have 50 because you don't have kids, there's not much to live for? Come on, man. There's everything to live for. Everything. Everything, man. I promise you I will have a great life without kids, man. I'm going to promise you. I have 2 every time I sit in front of the computer. A girlfriend needs help, but I would not trade it for anything. See, well, and again, I'm not... Please don't take this the wrong way. If you're a person that wants to have kids or has kids, there's nothing wrong with that either. I'm just giving you my personal opinion. You know what I mean? That's it. It's just my personal opinion. I don't want to have kids, but that doesn't mean that the next person in line shouldn't have kids or doesn't want to have kids. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that, you know, they say they don't want to have kids and then they end up having kids and it completely changes their lives. There's some people that need that type of, you know, I totally understand that as well. I'm just giving you my perspective where I'm at in life right now. No, my lifestyle, what I have planned for my future, and yeah. Wouldn't you want your legacy to live on? Again, that's not, I don't look at it like that, man. You know what I mean? I don't look at that like a legacy. A legacy of what? Like what? Of Kyle, of Captain Canada, of like, you know, like, I don't know, man. I don't look at it that way. I think for a legacy, you make your own legacy. It doesn't have to be carried on or followed by your children. You live your own life, right? Your kids aren't going to live a life through you. Can they have like a part of you or something like that? I don't know, man. Yeah. There are people that shouldn't have kids, but yet, well, that's usually how it goes. If I'm being 100% honest with you, at least through my experiences, the people that have kids shouldn't have kids, and the people that don't have kids probably should have kids, right? You also got to remember, I'm a huge like perspective person. I think about a lot of things like outside of the box, like in a different perspective, right? And this isn't also just like my decision of not having them. It's something that my fiance, obviously, with her being my fiance, we've talked long and hard about it. We've you know, this is just a decisions that we decided to make, you know. Yeah, absolutely right. You got it, man. We'll get a Kyle Jr. on cam, the handoff process early. I start the flight, he finishes it. Okay, chat, we're gonna do long hauls. I'm gonna do the first 4 hours, and my son's gonna do the last 4 hours. Yeah. I'm enjoying life after 50. I have a daughter that's 25, graduated from college, traveling, enjoying family, etc. To each their own. 100% Huskers, 100%, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. I also think like I also think that we're in very different times right now, right? Like when I was born, like 80s and 90s babies, like our parents, like that's what they were like from the 60s and 70s parents. They were literally bred for, not bred, but like the goal in life was to get married, get a husband, get a wife, buy a house, have a kid. That was the American dream, Canadian dream, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what it was. Things have changed a lot since then. It's not so much a dream anymore. It almost feels like a chore at this point. You know what I mean? At least for me. And again, I'm not speaking for everybody, but the times are very different from when, you know, again, you're born in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. It's completely different time now, man. It's wild, you know? We left all of our estate to the Captain Canada Stretch Foundation. Exactly. Oh, man. If it took 2 kids to find this channel, you need to run a computer course, not kids. Should I get GSX for the Phoenix A320? I don't want to get both. I'm quite happy with the fly-by-wire and the PMGG 737. Then I would get GSX, man, until you're ready to pick up the Phoenix, you know? All right, we're good to go, chat. We're fully boarded. That actually took a lot less time than I thought it was going to take, so that's beautiful. Cool. Music is done. Sounds are coming back up. Let's go ahead and... APU's on, bleeds are on. We'll get our isolation valve open. We're going to 36,000 feet for this flight. Anti-collision light comes back on. Get the hydros on. Get the fuel pumps on. Get the seatbelt signs on. Good. And we're going to plan for our pushback and departure. GSX, prepare, pushback and departure. Good. I think we got everybody's like kind of pushing back. It's good. We got the Ryanair. He just came. We got the Eat to Airways. I love that livery, dude. So nice. And we're going to call for push and start. Tower, hello, Ryanair. 3 Whiskey uniform ready for push and start. Stand 1-5.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform, traffic on your left is also pushing. Push and start is approved, facing south on time.
Push start is approved, facing south on Tango. Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform. Isn't it a proud feeling to see your son achieve his biggest heights and grow to each of them their life ethics? I mean, for some people, sure, Tanush, there's nothing wrong with that. But not everybody's built the same, man. That's exactly what I'm getting at. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing or like people aren't proud to be able to do that. I think absolutely you should be proud to do that. And if that's what you want in life, that there's nothing wrong with that. But also to like shame somebody or say like, oh, you're a bad person or you don't understand, because they don't want to have kids is equally just as silly. Do you know what I mean? Just because I don't have the same values or the same outlook doesn't mean that it's wrong, right? At all. It's just that me personally, I am not interested in having kids. Does that mean that the last person in line, there's nothing wrong with that? Absolutely nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do in life, if that's what's going to make you happy, if that's what's going to allow you to live a fulfilled life, then that's what you do, man. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm just giving you my perspective from the way that I look at it. I'm not interested in that. I don't care about that. Right? Like that to me, I have other things in life that would give me the same gratification that would. Does that make sense? Everybody has different, right? Everybody has a different idea of what they want out of life. Some people want to have a ton of money. Some people don't care. Some people just want to have a nice house but not have any money, or have a nice car and not have any money. Right? Everybody wants different things in life, man. I don't think there's a right and a wrong answer. Just like it comes to like simulators, right? Whatever you prefer. There's no right or wrong answer. It's your life. You get to decide what you want to do with it. So to shame somebody because they don't want to have kids, or you're saying they don't understand how life works and stuff, it's not it at all, man. It's not it at all. You got to think about it long term. Dude, I'm 36 years old. I could have had a kid for the last 20 years if I really wanted to, right? There's an obvious reason that I'm 36 and I don't have kids. Okay, so it's not that like this is a gun-ho decision and I've just decided all of a sudden I don't want to have kids. This is something that I've thought about for a long time, and it's, again, you don't have to agree with me, but I don't understand why we're even talking about this right now. I feel like we've gotten way off topic and people are so concerned about having kids now. This is a flight sim stream, guys. Whatever you do in your own life, that's perfectly fine. Have fun. Have a great, enjoy it, and I hope you live life to its fullest. How's that? Is that the best answer I can give you? Like, but my mom says I'm always right. Dude. Creamy peanut butter. Listen, I love creamy peanut butter as well.
Gotta catch up CPT Canada pilot fee for last 2 flights. Gotta grab a seat.
My man. Huskers, dropping the 10 bomb. Huge no floaties too, dude. Thank you very, very much for your support. I truly do appreciate you, man. Incredibly kind. Thank you, dude. What's going on with GSX? Can we continue? Do you want to interrupt pushback? No. Oh, she's told me to release my park brakes. I didn't hear her. I didn't hear that we were supposed to do that, man. Crunchy peanut butter is always where it's at. I mean, I prefer crunchy peanut butter. I'll have smooth peanut butter. I ain't going to get upset about it, but crunchy, man. If I'm buying the peanut butter, guess what we're getting? Crunchy peanut butter. Engine number 2 over to ground. Sounds are up. Start valve is open. I'm going to start our block time on the first officer side. Start valve is open. N2 percentage is on the rise. Beautiful. Do you have rudder pedals? I do, fish. Exclamation point TM. We're going to introduce fuel. Engine number 2.
Initially 4,000 feet, squawk 5505.
I agree, AC. I agree, man. Absolutely, Huskers. Yeah. Now, chat, what company makes the best craft dinner? Peanut butter. Also, alternatively, who makes the best craft dinner? Is it KD Craft Dinner? They make the best craft? I don't know why I was thinking about craft dinner there. Apparently, I want some craft dinner. Okay, don't push into him. Stop, GSX. I hate how GSX does this. Like, pushes you so far back from your gate. You should have just stopped us, like, right there. Alright, engine number 1 over to ground. Peter Pan. Hell, Adam is the best. Adams is the best? See, I've never had Velveeta. I don't even know if we have Velveeta here in Canada. Start valve open. N2 is rising. We're looking for 25%. We'll introduce fuel now. They want us to set park brake. Hold on. Reset park brake. There we go. Beautiful. Jiffy makes great peanut butter. Yeah. Velveeta mac and cheese craft peanut butter. Okay. Cap, did you hear Tolles and Flight Factor are working on the 350 to make it better now? Oh yeah. Jumping for joy over here, I am Laser Shark. Jumping for joy. That's the state of X-Plane. 2 developers can't make their own airplane. They got to collaborate because there's not enough money to be made if they both make their own aircraft. I don't know, dude. I feel bad for the X-Plane world right now. I feel bad for the people that like refuse to like experience a different sim and they're kind of just stuck with their goggles on playing X-Plane. I just feel bad for them as far as like third-party content. This guy just got absolutely melted by the engine. He just walked right through the engine, chat. His face is no longer around. He walked right through that. Flaps 5 degrees. Let's go upstairs. Engine Gen 1, 2, AP bleed goes off, packs back over to auto. Isolation valve to auto, probe heat's going on, yaw damper's going on. Let's go ahead and kill the APU. Engine start switches over to continuous. We'll flip this over to Gen 1. Looking good. Trim value is going to be 568. Good, and our V speeds are all set and correct. Auto brake over to RTO. Auto throttle, VNAV, LNAV. I'm just going to confirm the departure before we get out of here, chat. It is an immediate left turn, right? Okay, it is. Yeah, sorry, immediate right turn out to Kovis. Okay. Have you had an existential crisis before? Do I look like I've ever had a crisis before, man? You've been here for 10 minutes. You've seen me hit the pen how many times? Nah, dude. Life is Gucci, man. Life is good. Enjoy life, man. I'm not one of those people that worries about the small stuff.
Behind the landing traffic, runway 32, line up and wait.
You found X-Plane switch to Microsoft, took some time to get used to, but now it's all worth it. 100%. 100%. We said the safety vest on. Yeah. X-Plane is getting a new store, cutting out the store. Thoughts? Yeah, it's interesting, Greg. I saw that. I saw the article. I mean, it's about time, and I think it's smart, honestly. If Laminar Research can develop the store where all the third-party stuff is sold, and then they can get a certain percentage, definitely helps in the long run of things, right? So I'm kind of surprised they didn't do that. Again, it seems like they're just kind of copying the Microsoft ideas, which I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but they're still copying the X-Plane ideas and stuff, man. I just hope for the end user that it, you know.
Ryanair 93, Ryanair 32, push and start is approved, QNH 102.
When Microsoft 2024 releases, X-Plane 13 will get announced. I still think we're away from that. Tenured, what's up, man? Thank you, dude. Tower Ryanair 3 Whiskey, uniform ready, taxi runway 32.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform, taxi holding point Foxtrot, runway 32 via hotel and Alpha.
Holding point Foxtrot via hotel and Alpha, Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform. Okay, Hotel Alpha Foxtrot. Good, let's go. Tenure Noah, thanks so much, man. 20 months. Have you ever been to a Turkish prison? Duh. Who hasn't? Thanks for support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Peek up in the pickup line for the kiddos from school. Ray, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. He's calling you for taxi? Did I not? Oh, he called me before? Sorry. Do you like movies about gladiators? Are you talking to me? Really excited for 2024, especially the performance boost. Yes, I'm excited for the third-party content that's coming. If I'm going to be honest with you, the third-party content and Microsoft 2024 is what I'm really excited about. Both of those two things. Just went from 20 to 30 FPS EGM to 60-70. Correct. Frame gen is a blessing in disguise, my friend. It really is. All right, we're leaving the ramp. Taxi lights are going on. Last question, I promise. What are your wife's reasons for not wanting kids? Listen, dude, this is not... I'm not trying to be rude here, but this is absolutely none of your business, right? Like, let's... This is where we draw the line, and we just, again, we're it's a flight sim stream, man. I opened up a little bit. We had a little bit of a discussion about these things, but now we're probing too far into this. This is absolutely irrelevant to your life and everything about my streaming career, so we're just gonna, let's just, yeah. Irrelevant, man. Let's keep things on pace. We're here to enjoy flight sim. We're here to talk about all things flight sim. If you want to talk about flight sim and enjoy what we're doing now today, no problems, man. But yeah.
Ligurian 1-8 con Yankee, rulla al parcheggio 30 via Tango.
I love hearing them speak Italian on the comms.
Ci richiameremo raggiungendo la 1-8 con Yankee.
Did you ever use P3D at any time? No, I never used P3D. You know what's funny though is I was really thinking about getting into P3D, and then Microsoft 2024 got announced. We were at the Flight Sim Expo in 2019 in Orlando, and I was looking at some of the add-ons. I think PMDG was there, and they were showing off some of their add-ons in P3D and stuff, and I was just like, man. Line up and wait, runway 32, Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform. Alright, the Atero is departing out there in front of us. Again, beautiful livery. I love that we have model matching for that aircraft. Absolutely fantastic. He's on his departure takeoff roll. Landing lights are coming on for us. Runway turn-off lights are coming off. Strobe lights are on. Wing lights are on. He is departing. Goodbye. Beautiful. Cap, do you think X-Plane 13 will be at the same level as Microsoft 2024? Maybe Austin can fulfill his promise he wants to do for X-Plane 12? I mean, come on. No. X-Plane will, and I don't think that that's a bad thing, but X-Plane will never achieve what Microsoft Flight Simulator has been able to achieve. And again, I'm not being rude, I'm just being realistic, man. X-Plane is not, it's not at the level. They don't have the money, they don't have the development cycles. I don't think they have the knowledge or the actual like willingness to do that. It's not, it will never achieve what Microsoft has been able to achieve, nor will it ever. X-Plane will always be an alternative for somebody that's maybe looking for a little bit something different than Microsoft Flight Sim, but
contact departure 119 at 725. Ciao. Departure 119-725, Vitara 1425.
119-725 for us. It's going to be a little bit of spacing time here for sure. I'm scared about the 777 will be like with my 2070 Super while using frame gen, because right now I can't use the Horizon 787 at all. Interesting. And that's weird. I don't know specific aircraft would cause issues like that. So I'm talking Microsoft 2024. What is the best option hypothetically to keep your 2020 on one drive and put 2024 on another drive? 100% Huskers. Yeah. Now that my 8 terabyte ortho drive is not working anymore, I'm going to get another 2 to 4 terabyte, probably another 4 terabyte SSD when they go on sale again. I'm going to get another 4 terabyte SSD, and I'm going to put that on this PC as well. And then I'm going to install Microsoft 2024 specifically on that. Good for takeoff runway 32, Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform. Alright, Yo Cam's going on. You guys ready to rock? Let's do it. Sounds are going up. Let's go. Throttles 40%. Chrono on. Nose down pressure. Toga. Let's go flying. Takeoff power set.
Airspeed alive.
Ryanair 932, you were supposed to anyway, continue via tanto su Nepal Foxtrot, tranne Fermata 338, che non tornerà in un hotel, then Alfa, Nepal Foxtrot, tranne
Rotate.
Rotate.
Hey, greetings from Berlin. I'm flying to Canada for the first time next month.
Positive rate of climb.
You're up. I'm going to redo that donation. Give me a second. Sheesh. It's a nice rotation.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform, contact departure on frequency 119 at 725, ciao.
Over to departure 119er 725. Thanks for wonderful ATC. Ciao. Flaps up 1. Hey, it's bumpy and windy on these departures. Got a departure. Good evening once again. Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform. 3,000 climbing 4,000.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform. Cagliari, ciao, identified. Continue climb level 200.
Continue climb level 200. Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform. Alright, 200 is in. And we have that speed restriction. 210 knots. So we need to stay on track with that. And I think that that is... trying to get this onto the legs page. Okay, there we go. Good. Cool, coming up on 6,000 feet now. Autopilot 1 is coming on, bringing you guys back up into the flight deck. Good, sounds are coming back. Give you a nice view here of us climbing out. Beautiful. Song the frame gen mod was one of the best things I've ever done. Yes, agree with you. It is very good. So I said, don't always listen to... You have to do your own research sometimes about things. You can't just listen to what other people say. Just because you're in a Discord with somebody and somebody says it's not good, because they probably don't know how to do it, or they for whatever reason.
Whiskey uniform direct to Ramen, no speed restriction.
Direct to Ramen, no speed restriction. Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform. Thank you. All right, no speed restriction. There goes our speed restriction. It's about to get lifted. Coming up 210 knots. We're going flaps clean up at 220. Good. We are direct to Ramen. Nice. FGM is frame gen mod.
Ryanair 2 Whiskey Tango, climbing to 4,000 feet on the...
And there's our speed going up to 250.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey
Beautiful.
Tango, Cagliari, ciao, identified. Continue climb level 200.
Continue climb level 200, Ryanair 2 Whiskey Tango.
Very, very nice, chat. Remember, guys, if you haven't done so, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. Hopefully we can reach our goal of 300 likes on today's live stream. I hope you guys have been enjoying being back here flying in Europe in the 737 next week. Again, we're going to be back in the E300. It's going to be a great time next week. Really looking forward to it. I have DLSS 3 and I use FrameGen Mod 2. Will it add more frames again? I'm not quite sure how it works with DLSS 3, to be honest with you. Yeah. Visuals in Italy? Ah, they are beautiful, Huskers. Yeah. There's some great scenery out here, man. Some really cool approaches that you can do, especially like the airports like we're flying up to, like Cuneo, here where we're going up. The fact that it's like right up against the Swiss Alps. It's really, really cool, man. I use X Enviro, and right now it's snowing a little bit in Denmark. The whole country is covered in snow and in the sim. Do you know how to fix that? Yeah. Right click on X Enviro and uninstall. That's the best way to deal with that. That program is not needed. That program is yeah. I feel bad that you had to buy it. I would just uninstall it. You don't need it at all. Is the Secret Labs chair worth it? Been looking at them for a while, but haven't pulled the trigger on a $500 plus chair. Yeah, they are expensive. They are extremely well built. They are extremely sturdy. I feel like they're... I don't know if there's a better chair on the market for $500. I feel like they're kind of priced where they should be, Bucky, but I don't know, man. I'm looking this year to get myself a Herman Miller, because I need something, man. My back, dude, is just getting destroyed, and this chair does a good enough job, but yeah. If I turn on general turbulence in the FS realistic settings, RealTurb CAD unfortunately does not work well. That's why you should switch it off in FS realistic. Yeah, Captain Chris, I've never used it. I don't. The way that FS realistic does it is it's completely sporadic, right, Chris? It doesn't actually follow like the weather and stuff. It just will do it weirdly on FS realistic, so I've always had it off. Yeah. Can you put on the tunes? Yeah, as soon as we get out of ATC airspace. As soon as we get out of ATC airspace, we'll go back with the tunes.
3 Whiskey Tango, proceed direct ramen, no speed restriction.
Proceed direct ramen,
Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform, no further ATC, monitor Unicorn 122.8, ciao.
122.8, thanks for wonderful ATC tonight. I hope you guys have a great evening. Ciao.
Thank you very much, you too.
Alright, 122.8, don't forget to always thank your VATSIM controllers, friends. These guys do this on their own time. It's always a pleasure to be able to get some ATC flying around the world, especially like when you fly in different places around the world. No one thinks you're supposed to get like ATC when you're, you know, flying around. So, do you watch Kurt Kaz? I do. Yeah, I love watching Kurt, man. He's an animal. He's crazy, dude. Kurt Kaz, Bald and Bankrupt, Backpacker Ben. I watch all those guys, man. Yeah, Shy. I don't know if you know who Shy is. Yeah. What plane do you think is the most fun to fly? I don't know. It depends. Depends what you're looking for, man. It really depends. There's a lot of great airplanes out there. Depends what you want to do. Foresty Forest and AVE are the best Canadians. Who's AVE? I don't know if I've seen that. Camping with Steve for me, AJ. I don't know if you know Camping with Steve, but like Camping with Steve. I also watch Mav. Camping with Steve, Mav, Fish and More. There's a bunch. Oh, Yeti, yeah, it's a crazy one, dude. Look in the comment section. I have one of the most liked comments on that one. It was crazy, dude. Love Camping with Steve. Dude, Steve's a beauty, man. Camping with Steve and Mav are good ones. Do AVE is a bit different. Okay, interesting. Adventures with... No, what's the... what's the other one that I watch? It's got a big, like, gray-black beard. I don't know if that's the same guy, but... Yeah, Bald's Daring Gap video is incredible. Lost Lakes. Lost Lakes is good too. Yeah, I like, I prefer Xander Budnick. I prefer Xander over Lost Lakes. Just personal choice. YouTube noob. I think Xander's a little bit more like my personality wise. Could be a little bit more funnier to me or something, you know. I forgot that we have to go up to cruise altitude 360. 360 is in. Good. Altitude intervene. Good. Cool. Xander's a beauty, man. I love watching Xander's videos. Did you see the latest Honeycomb news? Nikki got booted? What do you mean? He's like the founder of Honeycomb. Or he's saying the partner bought him out, or they bought him out completely. How did you learn to fly this plane, like with all the preparation and pre-flight checks and all? Other YouTubers or like tutorials on Microsoft on the go, or like trial and error? A little bit of everything, Fish. A little bit of everything, man. Yeah. What is the best scenery for 10 CAD? Oof. I don't know, man. Something on sale. Something that's on sale, but yeah. Sorry my subscription ended, buddy. Got some stuff going on. No worries, man. You're fine, dude. Don't have to explain yourself, my man. No worries. Sounds like he was management. He never did get the ownership shares on paper as per his own emails. It's getting dramatic. Jesus Christ. The old Facebook is closed down, launched a new one today under a slightly different name. What a fucking disaster, dude. What an absolute shit show. How to mismanage a company 101. I had no clue it was that bad, man. I had no clue it was that bad. They've, holy hell, man. That's crazy, dude. That's absolutely crazy. That sucks too, because like they do make good products, but I'd be hard pressed to support something like that, man. If you're somebody looking for something, I'd be real hard pressed to support a company that's been acting the way that they have been. I don't know, man. I feel like this is just the end for everything. I don't even know. Don't even know, man. Trust nobody in business. It's not in writing. It didn't happen. It's just crazy, man. Sweet, man. With everything chilled out, I'll give you some extras. You're all good, man. Okay, man. What retirement hobbies interest you? Things you would like to do? Home cockpits? I have no clue, Ryanair. No clue, man. Haven't thought about it that far yet, man. They got his designs and went to the factory. It will be produced under some knockoff name soon. 100%. 100%. And the quality will probably be half of what it was. Took a short nap, woke up to Cap, jamming out to some disco. Oh, baby. What happened to X-Plane? What do you mean? X-Plane's still around. Okay, at this stage, what are you looking more forward to? The Phoenix A319, 321, or the PMDG 777? Woof. Great question. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. The 319 and 321 would probably be a little bit more tailored to my style of streaming and flying, being that I don't do crazy long hauls all the time. The 777 is going to basically slot in perfectly because we've been starved for doing long hauls. So I think initially I'm more excited for the 777 to come out. In the long run, I'll probably end up using the 319 and the 321 more, if that makes sense. In the long, like, scheme of things. You'll probably see more 319 and 321 streams than you will see 777 streams over the course of like a year or two, right? So I think initially the 777, just because we've never really... I know that there are some short flights that happen in the world in 777s. I know that, but I have a feeling it would take us probably a couple weeks and we'd probably fly all of those flights that we would need to do, so yeah. What is Orbex's email? Oh, Chad, it's Monday. I don't know, dude. So it sounds like Nicky doesn't work there anymore, but made the post last week acting like he does. I have no clue what's going on, man, at this point. Like I said, dude, I have absolutely no clue. No clue. As far as I was aware, through my conversations with Nicky and everybody, Nicky was the CEO and founder of Honeycomb. That's as much as I know. It sounds like that's not the case. It sounds like somebody else was actually funding and owned the product on paper, or legally was registered to a different person, and it sounds like that person has now basically said, you know what, I own the majority of all of this, fuck you, give me that. I'm opening under a slightly different name, still going to be called Honey whatever, Comb something, and that's what it sounds like. Now, I don't know. I don't think we're ever really going to know unless, like, Nicky comes out and explains everything that happened. But, like, how's he going to get his name across if the old Facebook has been closed and new things have been opened? I don't know. From my opinion, X-Plane is just going to get more expensive because developers would be raising the price due to the small amount of consumers they are going to get. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm just saying. I mean, I've been saying that for probably 3 years, Fly9er. So I wouldn't doubt it, man. That's exactly why I think you're going to start seeing products $140, $150, $160, right? You're going to start to see it, right? Flight Factor is going to start charging, you know, kind of like what P3D was doing, what PMDG was doing in P3D. So, okay, you want the base airplane, here's the base airplane for $100. Then you want the 200 or the 300 added, okay, that's an extra $40 or $50. Okay, you want this, you want the freighter variant, that's another $40. So all in all, when you want to buy an airplane, it's going to end up costing you like $200-300. That's how I see X-Plane moving. That's how I see them going with these developers, because you're right, there's not a lot of development going on. There are a few. There was news today or news from this weekend, that Flight Factor and Tolis have partnered up and they're making a A350 V2. But I don't know, man. X-Plane's not going anywhere, if that's what you're questioning. X-Plane third-party development, yeah, I could see that slowing down to a point where there are airplanes, like we mentioned, there are airplanes in development, there are things going on, but most likely the cost is just going to outweigh it, right? I've already said this, and I've said this before. Unless you are a die-hard X-Plane user, you only use X-Plane as your simulator, I don't see how you would choose a Flight Factor 777 over a PMDG 777, right? And I think that makes the most sense. Unless you refuse to own Microsoft Flight Simulator and use this as a simulator, you're probably gonna buy the PMDG 777. So I don't know. I really don't know, especially with prices. I mean, it's just, you have to think, like, at what point is it? At what point are consumers just going to be like, yeah, no, like, I'm not shelling out that kind of money, you know? If I'm Tolis, I'm doing everything possible to bring a 340 to Microsoft. They're not, man. They're I don't know why. There's got to be something, like, I don't know if they're like getting paid from Laminar, if they're getting a cut of something. I have no clue, but they've basically stated that they're sticking to X-Plane, and I don't know, man. I mean, the last release from Tolis was an A320 Neo for $100, $90, 90 USD. I don't know, man. I'd be curious to see how many units they sold. That would be my interesting thing. I wish we had privy to that, like, type of information. I would love to know how many people bought the Tolis A320 Neo. Because, I mean, if you think about it, if it was sold for 90, you know, if it's sold for 90 USD each, and they sell, what, how many copies do you think they sold? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000? I don't know. Also, what you have to remember is Tolis does this, like, part-time. Tolis isn't a full-time developer like PMDG, Any Builds. So developments and and updates and stuff take far longer. Also, this is just gravy money for them, so they don't really care. Tolis isn't here to make $1 million. The lead developer for Tolis, the owner of the company, works for the Canadian government. The guy probably has a 6-figure salary just working his normal job, not including how much money he makes on the side selling Tolis products and stuff like that. So they're not too concerned about that. I don't think they really care about, you know, cracking into the Microsoft market and making a ton of money, you know? But yeah. The Redditors are getting angry that you don't want to upset them. Where should you purchase sceneries from? Probably the best place is going to be Sim Market. Sim Market, the Indie Build store. 2 great places to buy them. Is Jar Design still around? Jar Design put out a 340 a couple years ago. They haven't announced. I don't know if there's anything new. I don't know if they're making anything new. I would like to think that Jar Design's, you know, third-party development days are behind them, but I don't know. I don't know. The only reason Tolis is sticking to X-Plane is because they can't deal with the competition of Microsoft. Yes and no. I don't think they can compete with Phoenix. I don't think they can compete with Any Builds. I don't think they can compete with FS Labs. I would agree with you on that one. Also, you have to remember as well, like we spoke about before, the X-Plane the X-Plane market is extremely dry, right? And again, this isn't a shot at X-Plane. This is just, there's no competition, right? Think about it. If you're an aircraft developer and you're developing for Microsoft Flight Simulator, think about how many projects are on the go right now. Think about how many airplanes have already been made, or that already, you know, within the next couple of months, within the next year is going to plan to come out, right? It's hard, unless you've been on this since the beginning, it would be hard to enter the Microsoft airspace now, so to speak, airspace and design, you know what I mean? Like I said, Tolis doesn't seem to be interested to want to be like, you know, considered one of the best, like PMDG or Phoenix or any builds or something. I think they're quite content doing what they're doing, making what they're doing, probably not having to really fight, if you will, for a market share. Who is Tolis's competition in the X-Plane world? Absolutely nobody. Tolis is in no desperation mode. There's nothing, and there's nobody that's going to, you know, come and develop from under them. So you have to remember that as well. It probably makes sense for them to stay in the X-Plane realm of things, even if they're, yeah, you know what, their clientele is a tenth to what it could be in Microsoft. They probably don't care. They probably don't need, you know, not interested in it, which makes sense as well. The cabin crew says that both pilots are in the same food. Enjoying her incapacity, could you butter it down to the nearest airport? Probably not, man. Real world is a completely different ball game, man. There's already so many aircraft in X-Plane, it must be hard to find new ones to make, or even just to go through making V2s. Yeah. Well, there's not a lot of money to be made making V2s, right? So, I missed a comment by Les. Nicky wrote an unhinged set of emails earlier this month and explained that he never had the company in his ownership. His partner had it all. I mean, it sounds like Nicky had all the ideas, but didn't have any of the money to actually like go through with successfully doing all this honeycomb stuff, and it's one of those unfortunate things. Does X-Plane have better physics? Again, you're never going to get actual physics for flying an airplane. Burns, I think that really comes down, it's more of a personal preference, man. You're never going to get an aircraft that flies what it's like in real life in a simulator. That's why they're simulators. Even the multi-million-dollar FAA approved training simulators don't fly like the real world. So it's all subjective, man. It's all subjective. Like I said, dude, there's so many options within Microsoft. You can literally make Microsoft feel exactly like X-Plane. That's basically what I've done. By tweaking your yoke settings and by tweaking certain things in the simulator, adding reactivity curves, spending a little bit of time, you can make the simulator feel almost identical. What are my full settings? Exclamation point MSFS. Does that explain, sorry, I got that one. Latin VFR or jar design? Well, you actually get systems. You actually get systems when it comes to jar design, so I'd probably go to jar design. Hey, Cap, just did a flight to Bali. Nice. How did it go? That's okay, Strody. I got it, man. It just may take an extra second to get it, but don't worry. What do you mean by buying scenery? Isn't there already scenes in Microsoft? So if you want to have a proper rendition of an airport, a lot of the airports you'll have to buy. Otherwise, they won't look accurate like they do in real life. The runways will be there, the taxiways will be there, but the buildings won't look the same. If that makes sense. How's it going, Cap? What are you smoking on this fine eve? I just put back in some gelato mint. I love gelato, man. I think gelato is my favorite strain of all time. Gelato, and then a lot of the crosses that come, like cherry gelato, Gelato mint. Love it. I was always going to stick to X-Plane, and then I got Microsoft and never used X-Plane since. That's what happens to most people, man. I'm telling you, man. Most people, I think, like, you know, rightfully so. They're a little bit... Is it a different simulator? Absolutely. But again, man, it's all about just getting used to it, right? I remember when I went from FSX to X-Plane. I remember playing X-Plane and being like, what the fuck is this? Why is this so different? Why is this, like, so weird and so bad? But then through hundreds... thousands of hours, you get used to how something flies and you get used to it, right? It's the same thing with this simulator. Yeah, when you got it, we all came from the X-Plane world. It was different, right? The airplane flew different. It had a different feel, different dynamicness to it, but we all get used to it. You spend hours flying the airplanes in the simulator. You get used to it, man. That's what it's more about when it comes to flight sims that aren't being used for training. It's just about how much time you can put in. You get used to it, right? You get used to certain physics. You get used to the way that things are done. You get used to the way an aircraft flies. It's like anything, man. TN, thanks so much, dude, dropping the $10 dono. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you for your support. Appreciate you, man. This Monday afternoon coming in with the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Afternoon Cap, have you gotten those 2-gram carts up your way yet? 2-gram carts. No, the biggest one we have are the big boys, and they're 1.2 gram. We got 1.2 gram, but most carts are 1 gram. I usually only end up buying 1 gram carts because they don't. I have like this device here. I like to have this device when I'm out in public because this just looks like a normal vaporizer, right? But if you take it off, it's hiding the cartridge that's actually in there. So I like having that one. So, but a 1.2 gram cart's not going to fit in there.
Hey Cap.
So
enjoying the stream as always. Keep it up.
Hey,
I'm working on
man.
Installing MSFS back onto my computer right now.
Nice.
Also, did I miss a lot with the Synaptic A220 updates on the Discord?
You've missed a little bit yet. First of all, congratulations getting Microsoft backed onto the PC. Absolutely awesome. Thank you for the $10 donation. Appreciate you. And yes, Synaptic has actually partnered with AnyBuilds. It's going to be a payware aircraft now. I'm okay with that. I think it's going to be a good thing. So, yeah. What's the second stream planned for Thursday? I don't know yet. Haven't decided. Haven't decided, man. How much does a 1 gram cart go for? On the low end, $20. On the high end, $50. Depends what you're looking for. Pardon me. Depends what you're looking for, Nicola. If you want like a distillate, it'll probably be like $20-25. I usually go with live rosin or live resin. I prefer like the live resin, a little bit more taste, more terps, slower burning. Distillate gives me a headache too. I don't know why, but I can tell immediately when I smoke a distillate. Within 5 or 10 minutes after taking a couple puffs, I start getting a headache. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I usually stay away. So most of the carts that I buy are $35-40. I usually don't buy the crazy expensive ones. I actually just ordered some from my medical website. I just ordered some Tiger Cake. So we'll see. Hopefully it's good. Tiger Cake live rosin. Could play through Red Dead Story. Dude, that would take... For every second Thursday, that would take us 10 years to get through that. I've already also played it a ton. I beat it on my PS4, beat it on PC. Quit smoking 2 months ago. First week was really bad. Hey man, congratulations. Stop smoking the herbs or tobacco. Tobacco was honestly a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be, but I got through it. I got through it with a pretty big crutch, but yeah. All right, let's see the weather here quickly. Nobody online, that's fine. Winds are still 200 at 5 knots. No clouds detected, so I mean, it's just beautiful weather. And 1023 on the QNH. I'm going to bug up 1023 on that guy. I am requesting our descent winds, so we're just waiting for those. There's our descent winds. We'll load those up. We'll execute that. Beautiful. We'll go to our descent tab. You can see descents in 27 miles, chat. With no ATC online, we're going to go ahead and Have a quick little look-see here. We need to be at Top Roo. And what is Top Roo at? Top Roo at 4,000 feet. So that's going to be our descent. So I'm going to bug up 4,000 feet just in case so I don't miss it. 4,000 feet is bugged up. Beautiful. Cool. Looking good. Herbs and the pen. Oof. Man, that's difficult. I agree. I think the 220 will have a higher chance of being quality aircraft with any builds around. 100%. 100%. Apparently, any builds is like taking care of like all the modeling and textures and engines and sounds and stuff. For me, there's one major aspect about this A220 that I feel they have to nail, and it's the sounds. I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't know if you can recreate those sounds without actually like going and like pulling real sounds from the A220, but the sounds, man, the sounds have to be, that's like what that thing is known for. Those engines, man, the little, it's crazy. What's the next plane that's going to be coming out? Probably the PMDG 777, if I was a betting man. I only smoke cigars like a rock star with 3% of the budget. Nice. Cap, do you think that we can go full 4 months without vaping? Because I tried it and it was hard. Oh, probably lose my mind, especially while streaming and reading some of the comments and some of the stuff that we have to deal with on a weekly basis. Remember, this is Captain Canada Summer Camp, Captain Canada Summer Camp / Captain Canada Daycare. You know, a lot of the time. So I don't know, man. I'd probably lose my shit. It would be a challenge for sure. They're just going to go diving with some whales to get the true authentic sounds. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Remix Essentials. There you go. If I get to the UK like that, I'd probably be in a chimney. Be like a chimney. We're going to get GSX, and what does it do? You get GSX on any of the websites. I think I actually sell it on there. It's either going to be on Sim Market or on FS Dream Team's website. And it is the ground services is basically what it is. So it's loaders, passengers, like actual things like on the ground. When you read the comments, can you see how long someone's been watching? No. No. I can see how long someone's been subscribed or how long they've been a member on the channel, yes. But I can't, it doesn't show like how long they've been watching. So I'm very familiar with the Airbus A319-321 series of aircraft. I would really like to figure out how to start flying a Boeing 777 aircraft, how easy it would be for me to switch from an Airbus. I mean, you're a real pilot, aren't you? I feel like it would probably be pretty decently easy for you, Captain Carolina. You're going to understand. All the core things are still the same, man. It's just you're switching from a fly-by-wire system, right, to more of a yoke, which is going to be different. But the 777's fairly automated as well, so is the Horizon Sim 77 worth getting back in these days? I mean, it's free, so it's not like it costs you anything. I don't know. 132905. Ooh, we got ATC. 132905. Flip over to him. Who is that? 132905. Milano Radar. Back online. Nice.
Confirm.
Ok, taxi point Alpha, report ready for departure.
Only point Alpha, Yankee on Tango Pop.
And Yankee Alpha Romeo Milano ready for taxi.
I feel this is the why you take off, kid. It's one of the most epic moments on stream ever. I took off, and right after takeoff shot, we hear like this ping, like the VATSIM ping, like somebody's DMing you. And I go and I look, and somebody was online, and I had no clue that he was online. And it was one of the most famous stream moments ever. The guy, like, in an Italian accent was just like, why you take off? Why you take off? It was quite an epic moment, man.
Ryanair 50 uniform Juliet 128.
Need to catch up on Bald's videos. Did he put out a new one? I'm always up to date with Bald's
Ryanair
videos. Man.
50 uniform Juliet 128.
Sorry about that, wrong push to talk. Ryanair 50 uniform Juliet 122 decimal 8. Bye bye.
Ciao bello.
Ciao bella. Right over. Good evening, Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform descending flight level 330.
Ryanair 3 with
Captain Cam.
Ciao, Lagen 1 Victor arrival, expect ILS runway 21 in Cuneo.
Technology 1 Victor arrival, I believe you said, for Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform, Lagen 1 Victor arrival for ILS Zulu runway 21 in Cuneo.
Again, 1 Victor arrival for the ILS runway 21 for Cuneo. Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform, thank you. Alright, I don't think anything changes on the approach. We've got the approach in now. There we go. Cool. I don't think anything changes with the approach, it's just a different arrival. We can actually step through it. Yeah, everything's good there. Beautiful. Cool.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform Milano, stop descent flight level 280.
Stop descent flight level 280, Ryanair 3 Whiskey uniform.
Milan Radar Yankee Romeo Tango Valpapa ready for departure runway 02 Parma.
What did Yeti say? I missed that as well. Sorry, Yeti.
Yankee Papa runway 02 Parma clear for takeoff.
I'm related to the current topic, but I just saw your comment on Bald's video. Totally agree. The man is an absolute legend and is indeed very humbling. Seeing how he treats others with the utmost respect. Absolutely. Yeah, man.
Roger, thank you very much.
How many likes does that comment have? That I remember getting pinged and thinking like I had like a live stream up or something, Yeti, because my phone was just going bananas with like people liking the comment. 200? Okay, nice. Very cool.
Say again?
No, aspetta un minuto, se possibile puoi mettermi il codice 7000?
Codice 7000 Alfa Delta Tango 1.
Air 671 Oscar, ready for taxi.
ETA, 25-30 minutes will be on the ground. Got 50 minutes on block time, 39 minutes on flight time.
Runner 3 Whiskey Tango, level 3.
I swear, whenever you're not streaming, there's no ATC at certain destinations, so we don't come on that much, but when you're streaming, they decide to pop on. It's good. It's very good. Okay, I'm pretty sure that we'll blame Dan if a flavor that you got doesn't taste good with the promo code blame Dan, 100%. It's always Dan's fault, man. Something doesn't go according to plan, Dan's fault. Yep.
Ryanair 92, Milan Radar, good evening. Lagen 1 Victor arrival, expect ILS Zulu runway 21 in Cuneo.
Flying to LA in a couple days, departing from London Heathrow. It's your 18th birthday. Wow. Very cool, man. In real life or in the simulator? Hopefully in real life.
Ryanair 124, radar service terminated, descend via star published.
The clouds down there look beautiful, man.
Report established at LS22.
Okay, returning via star, Connect 1024, and vehicle Ryanair 124.
Multi 109 Air, good evening, with you.
2 station calling same time.
With
standing by, break.
Rare we get a with you.
Multi 109 on frequency.
Multi 109 on frequency.
Multi 109 Milan Radar, ciao, radar contact, direct inler in November Lima Eco Romeo, radar vector ILS Zulu, profile
SF, take care, man.
Inler for Multi 109.
You kept me making me laugh every time. Good. Glad you're joining me.
ILS Zulu for Malpensa, Multi 109.
Yeah, Alfa Romeo ready.
Should come to Ireland. Hopefully, man, one day. Would love to.
Yankee Alfa Romeo, Milan Radar,
Okay, he's got us at 280.
For no radar service in Parma.
We're going to plug in some numbers here. 11095.
Multi 109.
11095.
I have to request the direct because I don't see the waypoint that you say.
11095. 210.
Copy, direct to inlet.
Runner 3 Whiskey Tango ready for descent.
Runner 3 Whiskey Tango, Milan Radar, Roger, distance flight level 280.
Descent flight level 280, Runner 3 Whiskey Tango.
Hey Captain, what's up? Have a great landing. Greetings, Alex. Alex, thanks man, appreciate you. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing with my speed here.
Calling, guys. Please stay again. Bye. Arabia 711, Milan Radar, continue climb final 290.
290, Arabia 711.
79 X-ray, contact Munchen 132635.
132635, special HC, ciao.
Again?
Milan Radar, Ryanair 8 Sierra Delta, ready for pushback and start.
Ryanair 8 Sierra Delta, push and start approach. The QNH Parma was a question of Bologna was at 4.
Air France 67 Oscar Lima, request taxi.
Stand by, sir. Please, Ryanair 8 Sierra Delta, push and start approach. QNH was at 4.
Minimums 1500 on the barrow.
Milano radar, Milano 121, fly level 130, CPDLC for available.
I don't have CPOC, they remain 121, radar contact, continue climb, flight level 370.
Fly level 370, Milano 121.
Guitar 120, ready for push and start.
Standing by, Breaker Malta, 208 on frequency.
We are, he's got us now almost 3,000 feet above profile. That's good.
Zulu 28 and distance flight level 130.
Descend 130, Odina for Echo, arrival 28, air moffat 2.
Poor guy's getting bombarded.
Good evening.
This is the state of Vatsim right now, man, to be honest with you.
Echo Papa Whiskey Alpha.
All station ground, expect delay. Break with the correction. That's 184 on frequency.
I'm honestly just going to start descending.
That's 184 on frequency.
Like we were.
Yes, we are on frequency column 84 Alpha, we are 360, flight level 360, column 84 Alpha. Buonasera.
Standing by, FedEx 184 on frequency.
FedEx 184 now on frequency, climbing 5000, ciao again.
FedEx 184, Milan Radar, ciao, climb 100.
Climb 100, 184.
The busier the better. To an extent.
All station on ground, please expect delay. Breaker France, 7 Oscar Lima, taxi holding point, Bravo 12 via
He's got us
November and Alpha.
4,400 feet above profile now. Just hop offline? Nah.
10 reported for departure France 7 Oscar Lima, thank you.
Milano,
good evening, KLM 1635 in Lima in the Papa Zulu, reporting to Echo Papa Whiskey Alpha.
All station on ground, please standing by and expect delays. 1 second, please. KLM 84 Alpha on frequency.
Affirmative, KLM 84 Alpha on frequency.
Ciao, radar contact. Break. Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform, descent flight level 120.
120, Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform. 120, let's go. Altitude intervene. Chuck that ground spoiler out, friends. We going down. 120. There she goes. Descending. It's okay, chat. We're only 5,800 feet above profile. No problem. Is that Detroit? We're going to be there soon. Don't worry, man. Don't you worry. Waited in a holding pattern for runway for takeoff yesterday for 30 minutes. Yeah, I mean, we've been there.
Hello, Lufthansa 3 Lima Juliet, descending flight level 276.
I was all in an X11 back in the day when you were, but I'm glad to have used Microsoft 2020 even though I lost my passion. I've enjoyed all of your reviews and advice throughout the years. There you go, Starstep. Hopefully we'll get you back in someday soon, man. We'll get you back in.
Descending flight level 190 for Lufthansa 3 Lima Juliet.
The aircraft is doing its best to get us back down on the profile. We're only 4,500 feet above profile now. Descending at a whopping 2,700 feet.
Echo arrival and expect ILS. Zulu runway 35 left.
Rixu 3 Echo arrival, Zulu runway 35 left for Lufthansa 3 Lima Juliet.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform, descent flight level 100.
Flight level 100, Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey Tango, continue descent 120.
Continue descent 120, Ryanair 3.
Ryanair 32 Milan Radar, continue descent flight level 120. Ryanair 32 Milan Radar, descent flight level 120.
Yeah, are you going to butter it or are you going to Ryanair the landing? We'll see, man. We had a great landing into
Ryanair 32 Milano.
Cagliari earlier, so we're going to have a nice landing as well today.
Say again?
Had a really nice landing.
Ryanair 32 Milano Radar.
Real, you're gonna have to speak English, man. Sorry, dude. I don't know what you're saying.
Blocked. 32 Milano Radar.
Blocked.
Let's see, go ahead. Ryanair 32, please monitor the frequency and continue to descent flight level 120.
Took off on a Leeds yesterday. It was 23 knots. I saw a Navigraph. Dude, it was what? No, it was 23 gusting 29. 39. It was crazy, man. The winds were insane yesterday.
Zulu runway 28 in Bergamo.
Yankee Alfa Romeo runway 02 clear for takeoff.
Alright, he's given us 10,000 feet. We are currently only 2,600 feet above profile, chat. We're making it back. Now, let's make sure we don't have any restrictions. No speed restrictions, right? Max 250 knots below 10,000. Perfect. We're doing 1080 down to 10. 1080 to 10. 280 to 10.
Please, if you're on ground and still waiting for diver clearance, please don't block the frequency. Bracket KLM 1635 Milano, ready to copy?
Ready to copy, KLM 165, thank you.
Oh, man.
KLM 165 Milano radar, Roger, clear to destination Warsaw, Rosca 7 Lima departure, runway 4 right, initial climb altitude 4000, squawk 5434.
Chaos.
Say again the standard departure, thank you.
KLM 165 clear to Warsaw, Rosca 7 Lima departure, runway 4 right, initial climb altitude 4000, squawk 5434.
Gotta agree, the first landing was Golden Prospect. I think Michael O'Leary would yell at his pilots. No, it was a good one, man.
Lima and 4,000 feet in the box 5434, KLM 165.
Confirm runway 4 right.
I can also confirm it's calmed down today because you're not there. As you say, the weather always follows you. 100%. 100%.
Block.
Look at that, chat. We're almost back up on a profile. We are 850 feet above profile, coming back up onto it now. Beautiful.
Ryanair 927 November, leaving my airspace, Unicom 128. Ryanair 927 November, Unicom 128.
This is fucking giving her, man.
That's 184 Milan radar, continue climb, flight level, correction, I call you back later, maintain 100.
Do you think 5-hour will make an A321neo? I don't know. Either them or Phoenix will. Somebody will make an A321neo. Alright, chat, we actually got back up on a profile. Look at that. Amazing.
Increase the rate of descent, Cuneo.
Up on a profile, we'll arm the ground spoilers. Look at us go. Professionals, chat.
Down to 5,000, clear ILS Zulu 21. We'll increase rate of descent for Tara 1425.
Ryanair Whiskey Uniform, descent flight level 90.
Level 90, Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey Tango, continue descent flight level 100.
You ever tried the flight control replay tool? I have, yeah.
Milano Radar, buonasera, Olympic 951, Florence Airport, request IFR clearance.
Ryanair 124, establishing interrogative.
Ryanair 124, IFR, we just didn't come to.
Ryanair 124, runway 22, clear to land, wind in Falconara, calm, report vacate.
Clear land, report indicated 124.
KLM 165 ready to push a start.
I'll call you back later. Itarov fits.
He's so busy, it's ridiculous, man. I'm just trying to listen for our call sign, so I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to be the one that misses a call.
Facing east, Itarov 120, report to Suave.
2 station calling, please, standing by.
Cat question, will you get the 737 MAX? Yes, PMDG is going to make the MAX. Definitely will.
Calendar 1635, Milan radar, push start, approach, connection Venezia, Tessera, 104.
Hello, Cap. Greetings from Italy. Andrea, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Replay tool disappeared from the toolbar on each restart. Any fix? There's a mod that you can get on flightsim.to, Leandrew, that'll stop that. It'll make it always available for you.
6000 QNH 1024, thanks, email to Caesar.
Alfa Tango 10, riporto suave.
Tango 10, procedi verso Casteldazzano oppure con l'aeroporto.
Is this approach or center? This is Milano radar, so he's doing center. Milano radar. Right, at 11,000 feet, we'll start dialing back the speed for 250. We have to be respect 250 at 10. We'll do that now. 250 at 10.
Good.
What's the best Italy approach? I don't know, man. There's a lot. They have a lot of like cool little airports, man. A lot of like little people mover airports, not like major international. It's cool.
Lufthansa Cuneo Juliet, continue to descend altitude 4000, National Presa 103. Meow!
What just happened?
Descending flight level 4000.
What did I just miss?
For Lufthansa 3 Lima Juliet.
Thank you, National 103.
Another 121, request flight level 360.
You did something weird there.
Standing by, KNH 103 for 3 Lima Juliet.
I saw Piermo in is good in default. There you go. It's nice to fly Milan Milpanza over the Alps from Dublin. Yeah, absolutely.
102, what?
What was the QNH here?
QNH 1023.
1023.
I didn't get the last number, sorry.
1023.
1023 for Lufthansa 3 Lima Juliet. Then on the 121, request flight level 360.
Any recommendations on must-have mods for the sim?
121, request flight level 360.
Standing by, Malti 109 Milano, descent flight level 100.
There's a lot of like must-haves, to be honest with you.
Malti 109.
Iberia 9 this stop climb flight level 310 as requested. Iberia 9 stop climb flight level 310 as requested.
Top line flight level 310, Iberia 121.
Was that meow part of your pet? ATC, man.
Yankee Alfa Romeo Milano radar identified. Call you back later. Break. Transfer 67 Oscar Lima, round 10, clear for takeoff, wind 190 degrees at 9 knots. Correction, 130 degrees, 9 knots.
Clear takeoff, runway 10, aircraft Oscar Lima.
He better descend us.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey for Milano radar, continue descend, increase rate of descent, altitude 5000, QNH Cuneo level DG 1024, and cleared ILS 21, report established.
We'll descend 5,000 feet. We'll report fully established to runway 21, Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform.
And QNH please 1024.
1024.
Ricardo is 1023.
1023.
Milano Ryan 4 Kilo Victor for clearance.
Just repeat it back to him, no problem. Alright, we're going to go ground spoilers out, and we're going to descend as quickly as we can to get ourselves back on a profile. He realized that he kept us a little bit high there. So we're going to descend best rate forward. We're going to go about 2,100 feet per minute. We're still maintaining. We can go flaps 1 here, which will just help. We have to be careful with our descent rate. Probably going to dial that back to about 2,000 feet per minute. We're going to arm localizer. We should be able to get back onto descent profile, no problem. Speed stays around 240. We should be good there. Why you sound so pissed when you transmit? He's a funny guy. Who's pissed? Me? Pissed at all, man. I'm trying to go quick. Listen how busy it is, Lassie. I'm not pissed at all.
Don't block the frequency, guys.
See what's going on frequency right now? It's absolute chaos. People are yelling. It's literal chaos on frequency right now. Alright, 1023. 1023. Localizer captured. There's no way we're hitting this, chat. There is no way we're getting down.
Tower 1425, Milano runway 21, landing your discretion, wind Cuneo, 200 degrees at 5
The runway's right there. I mean,
Clear land, runway 21.
I might be able to put gear down.
Negative, landing your discretion, it's got fast pace.
Landing my discretion, Eterra 1425. Another 121.
Flaps 5.
Approach wind in Cuneo 200 degrees at 5 knots. Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform Milano, continue approach, number 2, wind 200 degrees at 5 knots.
We'll continue approach. I don't know if we're going to make it. We're cutting it really close here, Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey Tango, descend altitude 5000, QNH 123, and...
I don't think we're hitting this, chat. This is... We're 4... Man.
Send altitude 5,000 feet, QNH.
I don't know if we're hitting this. I'm just going to dial back the speed 154. If we make this happen, we're... we're coming up on the glide slope.
Roger, standing by. Ryanair 932, Milano, descent flight level 9.
I can arm approach. It's going to be real close, man. Real close. We should be good, actually.
Ryanair 932, descent flight level 9.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Captured glide slope.
Milano Ryan 4 km for push and start.
It's going to be messy. It's going to be last minute, but...
Push and start above 4 km.
And QNH in Bergamo 104.
1024 4 km.
It's not bleeding back speed, though, like enough.
Itarra 120 ready for taxi.
Itarra 120, taxi point Tango runway 35 via Charlie Bravo Tango, report ready for
There's no wind, and it's like the speed's just staying exactly where it should be.
We report ready for departure, Itarra 120. KLM 165.
15 degrees, 1,000 feet. All right, well, here we go, chat. We start the recording.
KLM 155, sir.
KLM 155, taxi point Bravo runway 4 right.
Flaps 25. My airplane. What a mess. What a mess, chat. Flaps 30, which will be our landing flaps.
Air France 67 Oscar Lima, since we are airborne and we are passing to 4,500 feet, request early turn to Anaki.
France 67 Oscar Lima, Milano, identified,
Approaching minimums.
230 Air France 67 Oscar Lima.
300 minimums.
Continue.
Light slope.
Oh, we're too white, too red, we're perfect.
Expected delay, back contact discussion, Roger 112.
100.
128, Arabia 711, ciao.
Easy 952, tap on
50,
frequency.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Easy 952, tap on frequency.
Reversers nose down gently. Decelerating.
Can you tell direct again?
Proceed to direct inner on the Lima Coronia, clear ILS
70 knots reverser stowed.
I'm sorry, you need to repeat the direct, sorry.
Oh, man. What an absolute shit show, dude. I can't even believe we just pulled that one off. I was going to say, like, dude, it's such a beautiful approach.
Direct to
It's such a beautiful approach, and we weren't able to look at, like, the approach or anything, because that was just chaos. Chaos, dude. We, like, didn't get fully configured to, like, 400 feet, chat. Oh, my goodness, man. That was a good one. I don't even know if we got landing clearance there. I wasn't even going to call them. I was just sending it, chat. Absolutely sending it on that one.
Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform, landing inspection runway 21. Report vacate.
We're vacated, Ryanair 3 Whiskey Uniform.
Alfa Delta Tango 10, riporto finale.
Okay, runway turnoffs. Sorry, landing lights coming off. Runway turnoffs coming off. Engine start switches to the auto position. Strobe lights off. Wing lights off. Let's spool up the APU. We have a recording of that as well, which is going to be even better to look. We'll stop our recording. We do have a recording. Proper Italian style, dude. Absolutely gnarly, man. Absolutely gnarly. But listen, I'm glad we're able to. I'm glad we're able to do it. Because that was Jesus, dude. That was ground spoilers out, like flaps 15 at like 800 feet. I haven't had an approach like that in a hot minute, man. In a hot minute.
1024, clear that Zulu, runway 028, Yankee Golf Papa Will.
Yeah, that was controller all the way down, man.
Whiskey Tango, runway 21, landing your other direction, wind Cuneo to 10 degrees, 5 knots.
Parking,
Ryanair 3 Whiskey Tango, landing your other direction in Cuneo, wind 250 degrees.
Oh, that's what he said. He said landing is our discretion. That's what he said for us. Let's go to stand 5.
Landing your other direction, Golf airspace.
Landing at my discretion, running through Chicago.
Ryanair 92, descend altitude 5000, QNH 1223.
Use the FT Sim sound pack? I don't, no.
Cleared, ILS-21, report established.
APU gens and bleeds are on.
Ryanair 92 Milano, descend altitude 5000, QNH 1.
There was no GSX profile for this airport either. I hope one day we can get one because I believe it's a nice like walkout, but it's not modeled.
5000,
So.
after top through cleared ILS-21, QNH 103.
5000 after public cleared ILS runway.
APU was already on, so I didn't mean to hit that. Taxi light can go off now.
Bucket on the left.
Bucket on the left, clear to land 28.
A cool little airport, man. I gotta give a shout out to Mr. Tony Baldo, who was actually requesting me to fly into this airport very, very, very long ago. So to be able to fly into the airport for him finally, it's very good we're finally able to do this. I'm not very good at these parking stands, but we may actually have got this one decently good. Let's see where they're going to end up stopping us, but...
Ryanair 92, please descend altitude 5000, altitude 5000.
Park brake is on. Upstairs, APU bleed is on. Isolation valve is open. APU gens are on. Gens are on. Good. Let's go. Engine number 2, engine number 1, anti-collision light, seatbelt signs. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Cuneo. Cuneo. We made it, my friends. Hydraulic pumps are coming off. Propelle's are coming off. Fuel pumps are coming off. The odd damper is off. And there we go, friends. A beautiful arrival to wrap up the week flying the 737. I am really happy we were able to do this, actually. Can we hold on? We got to rate this parking job. I'm really terrible at parking spots where I have to do this. I actually think we did pretty well on that one, chat. Look at that. We actually did really well. There's no pushback here either, so it's just like you start your engines and you turn out that way. Very good parking. Very good landing as well. My goodness. I'm telling you, dude. Give me about a week or two after we don't fly an airplane for like a couple months. Give me a week or two back in that airplane, and it's like I've been flying it all my life. I swear, I always tell people the hardest thing about being like a content creator is bouncing in between airplanes because they all fly so differently. That's got to be the most difficult thing. And just trying to fly them well, right? Anybody can jump into an airplane and smash it into the runway at 300, 400, 500 feet per minute, sure. But to like actually fly the aircraft well and do everything that you're supposed to do, you know, that's where it's a whole different ballgame. It takes me about a week or two to kind of get used to them. I feel like I can pick up Airbus after I haven't flown Airbus in a while. I feel like I can pick up Airbus better than I can pick up Boeing. Maybe it's just the 737. Maybe it's the way that I have my shit configured. I don't know, but yeah, I always feel like it's a little bit more difficult to like get back into the Boeing side of things. Cool, sweet. That was a lot of fun, friends. I thoroughly hope you guys enjoyed that stream. Again, if you haven't, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button for me. If you haven't as well, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are live next on Thursday. That's going to be the next live stream. And we're going to be back in the A300. So that's going to be fun. We haven't flown the A300 in a couple weeks. It's had some major updates. So the A300 is going to be coming on Thursday.
Thank you,
guy,
Captain.
man. Tony dropping the $100 donation. No, thank you, Tony. That is unbelievably kind. This was a pleasure, man. I apologize that it took me this long through our friendship to finally fly here and take you back home. But now that we have, you better believe we're going to be doing this again. This was an unbelievable little sector. The fact that Ryanair does this as well, always a great time. So I'm going to remember this little sector. I would even like to do like the reverse sector, you know what I mean? Go from Cuneo to Cagliari and then Cagliari back to Genoa. That would be an unbelievable experience as well. So we're going to keep that one in mind. Maybe we can do that in a couple weeks time whenever we're back in the 737 doing some Ryanair ops. So thank you very much, Tony. I appreciate you guys. Can we please get some love and chat for Mr. Baldo dropping the fat $100 donation. Deserves some damage Schmitties as well. Thank you, man. Really do appreciate it. Thank you to all the controllers as well today. Wasn't expecting to have so much ATC online, but that was absolutely awesome. Truly do appreciate that as well. Let's go ahead and get the aircraft in a turnaround state. PMGG setup, panel state load. We want final, and we're going to execute that. Beautiful. Give that a minute or two to get itself ready to go. Flaps will come back all the way down to 30 as well, so we'll give them a second to roll all the way down. We'll get our lights back on, and we shall go watch our replay, my friends. Just wait for the flaps to come all the way down out to flaps 30. What happened to Smitty? Smitty's still around, man. He just has, I feel like he has other interests now. Before, Smitty was all in on the flight sim. He's very, he's like a full-blown plane train spotter now. By the way, Chad, I wanted to go inside and kind of show you the scenery. Small little airport, right? Small little airport, but like actually very well modeled. It is a little bit on the expensive side for what you're getting. That's the only thing that I can say about the scenery. Modeling is great. Texturing is great. It's even like modeled inside. Like there's even like office buildings and shit that it's all been modeled. You know me, I'm not really one for interiors, but I know that a lot of you guys like when things are modeled like this. So it's really cool. Shows you like all the weather. Look, it's got the weather for Italy. Like the weather showing up over there. It's all modeled in here. The interior is all modeled. Even like through here, you can come through here. You can go out to the whole front side of the airport. People are walking around. There's the baggage things. There's all this. So anyways, I just wanted to do a little bit of a showcase for the scenery. It is nice. A little bit expensive. If you were going to get it, I'd get it on sale. I think it's 24 Australian dollars, which is about 21 Canadian dollars or $16.90 US. My only really complaints about the scenery, just a little bit expensive for what you're getting. It's not a very big airport. It's kind of small, right? But it is cool nonetheless. Really, really cool approach into here. So definitely would like to do that one again. All right, cool. Let's hit the play button. We don't need to really change anything there. We can just kind of watch the wing views from here and see what it's like. Beautiful farmland. The city is like up above north of the airport as well. So really cool. You got it on sale? Yeah, absolutely. I always tell people, man, if you want the best bang for your buck, you get stuff when it's on sale, right? So, yeah. What about a Palermo Ryanair flight back in Italy when you were thinking about that? That'd be a good one too. Yeah. The only thing with Palermo is just like it just you end up flying over water for an hour and a bit, right? That's the only thing. That's why I wanted to do this flight, just because it offered a little bit more visuals as far as like flying over some coastlines and flying over some actual farmland here and stuff like that. But I'm going to take this time now to thank my mods, my donators, and my sponsors. Thank you all so much for everything that you do for the channel. Without you guys here, none of this would be possible, seriously. So thank you all very, very much for your support. You guys are the backbone of this channel. You guys allow me to do this, and for that I'm forever grateful. So thank you all so much for the support. That was a quote-unquote perfect landing shot. If I'm being real with you guys, I don't think we could have done that one any better. That was quite perfect on the 1,000-footers, just past the 1,000-footers. That was an absolute beauty of an arrival. And actually here, we'll go outside and we'll watch it from here. Again, mods, donators, and sponsors, thank you again so much for everything this week, man. You guys have been absolutely incredible. Appreciate you guys, man. To everybody else that cannot donate with a monetary value, but donates with being here, smashing down the thumbs up, flying with me on VATSIM, just hanging out, man. I want to thank everybody for supporting the channel. You guys are absolutely awesome. Building this community is again, truly special, man. You guys are the best. Appreciate every single one of you. We're back on Thursday. We've got our dual stream on Thursday, but we've got our flight to, oh man, look at that one. Little flare, nice and ease it down in. Oh, chat. That was greasy. Greasy. Like probably one of the best 737 landings we've had in a hot minute. We'll leave one more here and we'll zoom in on the tires for that one.
Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are absolutely amazing. Again, next live stream Thursday, back in the A300 doing some cargo runs. I don't know what the Thursday evening stream is going to be, but I know that the Thursday afternoon will be in the A300. Should be a great time. Guys, enjoy the replays. Thanks for coming to hang out. Enjoy a great start to the week. Enjoy your Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and before you know it, we'll be back live on Thursday. Happy landings, my friends. See